What's happening? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. What's happening with everybody in the building? And when y'all come in the building, y'all already know what to do. Smash on my like button and let me know you in the building. I was having some internet technical difficulties, so that's why we starting a little late. But hopefully my internet is acting right. Hopefully it don't shut down on us, and we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have a hell of a show today. A hell of a show today. You better believe that. You know what I'm talking about? We finna cook today for real, for real. My man Kwame East in the building. Lord to the game, boxing talk. Yeah, man, we got to get down to the nitty gritty, Lord to the game. You know, we gonna get down to the real today. Vino, he said, my cousin alone. He said, my cousin alone, leave the truth alone. That's my great Texas brother. Like my brother said, it's scrap season. You'll see the truth. Yeah, they hating on, you know what I'm saying? They hating on EJ, but we gonna get down to the bottom of it. My man, boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. Man, Dwayne, man, I seen the all right. I don't know what's going on with the internet over here in my area, but it's messing up today. See if we can get through this. But yeah, Dwayne, man, you got some tough. I like your gear you got, man. That shit tough. My man Mike Ron, what's happening with it? SWAT TX, what's good with it? Nardi Crash, what's happening with it? And Nardi, it's K. You got to take the Y out. My name is KEON. 817 Boxing B, what's happening with it? John Kramer, what's good with it? T Real 713, what's happening with it? Cassandra Mason, the queen in the building. Bo, what's happening with it? David Morrell Jr., what's good with it? Love him down, Gaither, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah. We gonna get it in today. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it in today. And we gonna get down to the bottom of why does Terence Crawford and his whole team hate Errol Spence so much when Errol Spence don't say nothing? Is it just because it's a boxing? You know what I'm saying? Is it all to do with boxing, or is it deeper than boxing? Well, it's deeper than boxing, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know that, and I got my receipts to prove that. But before we get into that, you know what I'm saying? Before we even get into that, let's talk about this Devin Haney and George Kambosos situation. It looked like a whole lot of shit that's going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Look like a whole lot of things that's going back and forth. We are now in 2022, and we already in shit, the middle of January. We already in the middle of January, and we still haven't got an answer from George Kambosos about who he fighting. This man then went to Vasil Lomachenko fight. He didn't went to Devin Haney fight. He didn't went to Tank Davis's fight. How long does it take for you to just come out and say, okay, this is who I'm going to fight? Be a man of your word. You said from the very beginning that you wanted to fight Devin Haney, but you still beating around the bush. These people that offered you, now we finding out that if they fight over there down under in Australia, they can't even have full capacity. So the 70, 80,000 fans that they was talking about in Australia, well, it can't happen like that. It can happen, but it ain't going to be at full capacity like that, right? So Eddie Hearn and Team Devin Haney, they come out and they say, look, don't even worry about that. We got some big money offers from our friends, from our Saudi Arabian friends, so we can have a fight over here. It's a neutral fight site, right? It's not on America, so it's not on American soil, right? So it doesn't benefit Devin Haney, and it don't benefit either fighter. So we take the fight over there, we can make more money than we was gonna make in the first place, and let's make it happen. But it's a whole lot of talking going on. You know what I'm saying? And George Kambosos is saying any and everything, but okay, Devin Haney, I'm picking you, and let's make it happen. My man Dwayne Freeman said he's trying to hold on to those belts as long as possible. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like that. I mean, you said that you wanted to make the best lucrative fight. Well, they offering you, obviously they offering you more money than motherfucking Al Heyman than Bob Arum gonna do. Now we do hear Bob Arum coming out saying that he gonna do whatever it takes to get the bread to make that fight happen. He ain't gonna put more money up than Eddie Hearn. We all know that. Bob Arum is not gonna put more money up to make the Kambosos fight for Lomachenko than Eddie Hearn is gonna put up for Devin Haney. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? When has Bob Arum ever put up that much money more than anybody else is willing to put up to make a fight happen? Now, we could say for the Sean Porter and Terence Crawford fight, but shit, you see what was in that contract. You see what was in that contract. He had to give Terence Crawford another fight. He had to give Terence Crawford another fight. Because if he didn't come up with something fast for Terence Crawford, he was gonna be in a whole lot of trouble. Right? So he had to come out of pocket and pay Terence Crawford and Sean Porter what they got paid. Other than that, Bob Arum ain't coming out of pocket like that. He ain't coming out of pocket like that. He ain't finna put up more money than Eddie Hearn. One thing about Eddie Hearn will put up the money that he needs to put up to put his fighters on the platform to get them to the next level. One thing I got to say about Eddie Hearn, you see how much Eddie Hearn put up just to get Anthony Joshua that title when he fought Charles Martin. He gave Charles Martin $8 million just to get that title over there to the UK. That's what he did for Charles Martin. Ain't nobody else making no moves like that. The closest one to it is Al Heyman for his big dogs. Other than that, Bob Arum ain't doing that. He ain't making no power moves like that. And my man Knockout Boxing 86 TV. And we got a big announcement for you via Knockout Boxing 86 TV. And I'm going to let y'all know later on in the show when everybody get in. Knockout got a big announcement for y'all. He got a treat for y'all tonight. And Polo Sports Entertainment, what's happening with it? Salute. True Religion T say that George Kambosos starting to act like Tio. Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. He's starting to act just like Teofimo Lopez, and you see what happened to Tio when he got to acting cocky and shit. And it was crazy because George Kambosos was the main one against the way that Teofimo Lopez was acting. He was the main one talking about Teofimo Lopez was acting like a diva. He can't wait to knock him off his throne and all that shit. Now this motherfucker get in Teofimo Lopez's position and he acting the same motherfucking way. right? Before, when it was Teofimo Lopez, he was acting like, when I get in his position, when I don't, Devin Haney ain't got to worry about nothing because I want to fight the best. I'm going to fight Devin Haney when I get in Teofimo, when I take these belts from Teofimo. Teofimo acting like a diva. He acting like a bitch. Y'all ain't got to worry about me acting like that. Now George Kambosos is acting the same fucking way. And you talking about, oh, well, Devin Haney going on Twitter and he doing more talking and all of that. Well, he shouldn't have to do everything that he doing to get you to fucking take the fight. This man got to talk you into and lure you into taking a fight that you promised and said that you was going to take once you got the belts from Teofimo Lopez. But now you ain't moving like that. Now, could the fight still happen? Yeah, but it shouldn't take all that it's taken for George Kambosos to say, you know what? I'm going to choose Devin Haney. I want to fight Devin Haney next. That's who I'm choosing. Now let's go ahead and handle this business behind closed doors. He can't even do that. He can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker acting like a peer sucker now. Coach, what's happening with it, Coach? Mr. Steal Your Chain, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, so you Anthony Johnson, what's happening with it? John Roberts, what's happening with it? My man, Batman in the building. What's good with it, Batman? But yeah, so that's what I was feeling George Kambosos at first. I ain't gonna lie. I said, man, this dude, George Kambosos, he really a man about his word. He said what he was gonna do to Teofimo Lopez. He did exactly what he said he was gonna do. And then right after he got the belt, he was like, hey, I'm not undisputed. I want to become undisputed, and I need to go through Devin Haney for that. I said, oh, yeah, this dude, the real one right here. He moving like a fighter's supposed to move. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? He started getting a little fame and some recognition. And this motherfucker did a whole 360. He didn't switch all the way up. And y'all hit my like button. If you're in the building and you haven't hit my like button yet, smash on the like button one time for the one time. Smash on the like button for your boy. You know what I'm talking about? Smash my like button if you ain't hit the like yet. Excuse me. So, man, George Kambosos, like I said, the fight, it still might happen because they kind of putting so much, from what I'm hearing, is Eddie Hearn and them, is they offering him so much money, he can't turn it down. He's looking for a way to turn it down. He's looking for an excuse out. But it's looking like they, the money is too big. But he's trying to find a way out, y'all. He's trying to find a way out. And another thing, right? Like I said, if he go and take the fight with Lomachenko and turn down the money that Eddie Hearn and Devin Haney is offering him, and he go and fight Lomachenko, well, we know what it's about. We know what it's about. We know at that point, it ain't enough money, right? That'll make you step in the ring with Devin Haney. But see, the thing is that I'm going to keep it 100. I don't see Devin Haney being no more dangerous than Vasyl Lomachenko is to him. He can't beat neither one of them. So is it just gonna come down to you just want to get in the ring with your fellow, white opponent? You want to get a chance to your people, your own people? You know what I'm saying? Vasyl Lomachenko is a white fighter, you a white fighter, and you want to get a chance to your people. Well, if that's it, say that. You know what I'm saying? If that's it, right? If that's it, if you want to get in the ring and give a chance to your own people, the white man, well, say that shit. I ain't got no problem with that if that's what it is. Just come out and say it. Fuck being politically correct, but don't keep, giving us a runaround, acting like that you want to fight Devin Haney, but behind closed doors, it's a different story. Coach says, I think that he got a better shot at beating Loma. I mean, you could say that he got a better shot stylistically. He probably match up better with Lomachenko, but at the end of the day, he can't beat Lomachenko. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. He can't beat Lomachenko. He's not skilled enough to beat Lomachenko. Let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? And he don't possess the power to keep Lomachenko off of him like Teofimo Lopez did. He don't have that explosiveness and that power like Teofimo Lopez did. Either way, you're gonna lose. So if you're afraid of losing to Devin Haney, you're gonna lose to you're gonna lose to Vasyl Lomachenko anyway. Why do you think Bob Arum is pushing for that fight so hard? Because Bob Arum know that you can't beat Vasyl Lomachenko. He can't beat Vasyl Lomachenko. Can't beat Devin Haney neither. Mr. Steal Your Chain said a black fighter won't be undisputed at 135 before any other race. He says, I hate to say it. I swear Keon the only one that still get my name wrong. Mr. Steal Your Chain? That's what you... Oh, Chin. I don't know why. You know what? I don't know. This whole time, I'm looking at the shit and it say Mr. Steal Your Chin. And I don't know why I thought Chain. I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was just halfway looking at it, scrolling up and down. And real talk, I don't know. I just wanted to say Chain. I guess that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas be out here snatching chains and shit. So I thought that was your, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was your little, name. I'm out here snatching chains. My bad. I don't know why the hell I didn't look at that more close and see that it say Mr. Steal Your Chin and not Chain. Sheena in the building. Salute to the Queen Sheena. But my man Dwayne say, I think he says, I think he to all three, regardless. So fight and get it over with. He says he think he lose to all three. I think that's what Dwayne was trying to say. He think he lose to all three. So fight and get it over with and get your biggest bag with Devin. Right. Why not? If they're offering you the most money, and all of them are tough fights. So we can't act here and we can't sit here and say that George Kambosos is cherry picking, because if we talking about Tank Davis, if you're talking about Vasyl Lomachenko, if you're talking about Devin Haney, you pretty much ain't got nowhere to run. All of them is dogs. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no easy way out. Like I said, I pick you to lose to every one of them. You feel me? I pick you to lose to every one of them. So all of them is dogs at the end of the day. Now, if he come out and fuck around and announce that he fighting somebody like Ryan Garcia, now we gonna know what he doing. If he see, and we can't put nothing past these fighters. It wouldn't fucking shock me if he came out and said, you know what? I'm fighting Ryan Garcia next. Because I'm pretty sure that motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya, Mr. Fishnets, I'm pretty sure that he'll jump all over that shit for Ryan Garcia. If Mr. Fishnets has the chance to jump into the George Kambosos sweepstakes, and I believe that George Kambosos already named in the past, he named Ryan Garcia as one of the opponents that could possibly beat, right? It wouldn't surprise me if he jumped into if motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya and them jumped into the sweepstakes and George Kambosos took that fight, because out of the other opponents, that's the only fight that he could make a little bit of money. I still don't think he would make as much money as he would with Devin Haney. Matter of fact, I know he wouldn't make as much money as he would with Devin Haney, right? But he'll make some money and then he'll get to keep his titles. That's his only way out. That's his only option out, right? If he just steadfast on just keeping his titles and having an opponent that's named, that's a name opponent to where he can make a good fight, big fight with, and keep the titles, Ryan Garcia the only one. He the only one. Other than that, you pretty much backed into a corner. You ain't got nowhere to go, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach say, you ain't got nowhere to go, Jack. Coach say if Ryan can't get that fight, he not in position. Why he ain't? Why he ain't in position? Whoever that George Kambosos and his team say is in position is in position. They got a choice to fight whoever they want to fight and whoever accept to fight with them. So you can't say he ain't in position. Whoever they put in position is in position. My man KG said, you ain't lying, bro. Only way to duck smoke is Ryan, social media queen, Garcia. Right. Other than that, he pretty much backed up against the wall. So it's kind of basically like choose your poison. Choose your poison. Do you want Tank Davis to beat your ass? Do you want Vasil Lomachenko or do you want Devin Haney that's going to give you the most money out of all of them? I'm saying, do you want Tank Davis to beat your ass? Do you want Devin Haney to beat your ass? Or do you want Vasil Lomachenko? But if you're picking out of them three, your best bet is to pick Devin Haney. Devin Haney got the belt. And if you can beat him, now you can really call yourself undisputed. Plus, if you fight Devin Haney, you're going to make more money than fighting Gervonta Tank Davis or than fighting Vasil Lomachenko. Because Tank Davis, Big Nose, Leonard Ellerbe, and Floyd Mayweather, they already basically told y'all they're not paying these fighters. They're going to pay their fighter, Tank Davis, and they're going to pay the next fighter crumbs. That's how they do business. Eastside Cruz and fucking Gamboa and all these dudes, they ain't making no fucking big, huge paydays fighting Tank. I mean, they probably making cool money, but they not making no money like Eddie Hearn is talking about paying George Kambosos to get them straps up off of him. You feel me? That's just real. And y'all smash the like button. You in the building, smash on the like button. Knockout say, Kambosos about to trick all of us and fight some domestic Australian. He said, we never heard of. Man, I wouldn't put shit past these dudes. And then they got an excuse for every fucked up thing they do. They got an excuse. Well, you know, I did that because we wanted to wait till Australia can have full capacity. I want to wait because I want to wait till my home fully opens up. That'll be his excuse. He did that because he wanted to wait till Australia open back up in full capacity. You know what I'm saying? Buy him some time and shit. Shot 205 said Tank ain't making mega money neither. He ain't making no mega money that last fight because they saying that shit did 52 to 54,000 pay-per-view buys. Now, that's what they saying. Now, matter of fact, let me switch it up for a minute on y'all because I'm curious. Who in here bought the Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz pay-per-view? If you bought Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz, if you paid for the pay-per-view, right? If you bought the pay-per-view, put a 1 in the chat. I want to know. I'm just curious. And don't get on here lying and shit just because you know, a diehard Tank Davis fan. If you bought the pay-per-view, put a 1 in the chat. Mr. Steal Your Chin say he bought it. Carnell Alfred said he bought it. Put a 1 in the chat if you bought it. Pull Counter Boxer said he bought it. Boxing Matt Dwayne said he didn't buy it. Shaw 205 said he didn't buy it. Who else? Let me see. Mr. P said he didn't buy it. Knockout said he bought it, but Knockout's daughter wouldn't gonna let him go without buying the Tank. I think he said his daughter is a huge Tank Davis fan. So he's gonna have to buy it. John Pay, my man, Batman said he didn't buy it. David Morrell Jr. said he didn't buy it. Stan 92 said he didn't buy it. Soldier God said he didn't buy it. Coach say that I don't pay. Coach say I don't pay for what I don't want to see. All right. James Silver said that he didn't buy it. Nitty G said he didn't buy it. My man Matthew Valentine, he gonna tell you he got Tank over everybody. He don't give a fuck who it is. He buying it if it's Tank. That's Matthew Valentine's slogan. And salute to Matthew Valentine. KG Alexander said, I didn't even watch that bullshit. He said, real talk. Mr. Steal Your Chin say he support boxing. They put their life on the line. Sheena said she ain't buy that shit. Bull said he waited a week. James said he didn't buy it. Now, let me speak to everybody that said that they bought the fight respectfully. And this is respectfully. If y'all bought that Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz, y'all are the problem with boxing. Now, besides my man Knockout, I ain't talking about Knockout. I ain't talking about Knockout because Knockout, he got his daughter, right? And he buying it because his daughter wanted to see it. But Knockout will be the first one to come on here and tell you that there was some bullshit. Knockout will tell you, like, hey, I fuck with Tank, but the people that Tank is getting in the ring with is some bullshit. Now, respectfully, if you paid for Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz, y'all are part of the problem with boxing. And let me explain to you. Why you the part of the problem with boxing. Because Leonard Ellaby, right? He came in an interview, on several interviews, and he told y'all right in y'all face, and he said, look, I don't care about the fucking you fans. I don't care about you boxing fans. You diehard boxing fans. I don't give a damn about y'all. That's what he said. He said he don't care about y'all. He said all those people that pay to see Tank, they could give a fuck. They don't care who Tank get in the ring with. They said Tank could get in the ring with fucking my man Drew Titan's next door neighbor. And I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say this, but this is basically what he was saying when he did his interview. And salute to Drew Titan. He said Tank could get in the ring with Drew Titan's next door neighbor, right? That ain't never fought in the ring before, and the fans don't care who Tank is fighting because they just come out to see Tank Davis, right? So he says, basically, he's telling you, so I'm going to continue to put Tank Davis in the ring with whoever we want to put Tank Davis in the ring with, not who the real fans of boxing are demanding Tank Davis to fight. Because you guys don't matter. Right? He says we're not catering to the boxing fans, right? We cater to the, what you want to call them, people that don't know shit about boxing, really. So, right, the ones in here that put a one in the chat that said, yeah, I paid to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz. Yeah, I paid for that. Why would you pay for that? Nobody asked to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz. Nobody asked to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolando Romero before they made the fight. Nobody was asking for their fight. People was asking for a whole lot of different fights for Gervonta Tank Davis, and neither one of those names came up on the radar. So you paid to see the fight because you are exactly what Leonard Ellaby was talking about. You don't give a damn who Tank Davis fights. You just satisfied because you want to see Tank Davis in the ring, right? You just a fan of Tank Davis at the end of the day, no matter what. If Tank Davis fights Drew Titan's next door neighbor and you ain't never seen Drew Titan next door neighbor, you ain't never heard of him in your life, well, you would have paid for that shit because it was Gervonta Tank Davis. And you are the problem of one of the problems in boxing, right? And you one of the problems why we seeing Tank Davis in these bullshit ass fights. right? If you wasn't paying for that shit, well, we wouldn't see Tank Davis against all these opponents that we never asked for. If that was the case, right? If you didn't pay, okay, Gamboa, right? They would have stopped that shit way at Gamboa. We would have never seen a Mario Barrios, right? We would have never seen a Mario Barrios. We would have never seen a Isai Cruz or a Rolly, right? They would have stopped that shit way at Gamboa or Leo Santa Cruz or whoever, right? They would have stopped doing that shit then because they would have been like, okay, this shit ain't selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't do this no more. This shit ain't selling, so we're going to have to put Tank Davis in there with whoever the fans are asking for. We're going to have to put Tank Davis in there with whoever the fans are asking for. But if they look at the numbers and they say, we put Tank Davis in there with Drew Titan's next door neighbor, and they still bought it. They still paid for it. You know what? Why should we put Tank Davis in there with one of the... Why should we make a fight with Tank Davis and Devin Haney if they paying to see Tank Davis and Drew Titan's next door neighbor? Why? What sense does that make? We can put him in there with a no name that ain't nobody calling for. We don't really got to pay them that much, right? Because they don't have a name. But everybody that love Tank, they still gonna buy it. Just because it's Tank Davis and they don't care who he's in the ring with because they're bigger fans of a boxer than of boxing. That's what that shit, and like I said, respectful. I respect y'all. But at the end of the day, y'all have to realize when you do shit like that, it shows that you are a bigger fan of a boxer than boxing. Because I guarantee the same ones that put the one in the chat, I bet you didn't pay to see Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. I bet y'all ain't pay to see that. So that means that you're a bigger fan of a boxer and not boxing. Now, I'm a fan of Gervonta Tank Davis, but I wouldn't pay for that shit. That ain't the fight I want to see. Just like y'all huge fans of Gervonta Tank Davis, you didn't want to see Gervonta versus Isai Cruz. You paid for that shit, G5? Hey, come on, G5. Come on, man. G5, you my dude. You got to do better than that, man. You paid for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isai Cruz. Why? I don't understand why you would pay for that when that ain't a fight that nobody wants to see. We wasn't asking for that. If we asking for, right, if I go to a restaurant, right, and they come and I order my food and I say, I want a ribeye steak, right? I want a ribeye steak. I want mashed potatoes with white gravy, and I want cornbread, right? Oh, you said the Ortiz fight. Okay, I get you, G5, right? I say I want a 14-ounce ribeye steak. I want mashed potatoes with white gravy, and I want motherfucking cornbread, right? That's what I ordered. And they bring my motherfucking plate back, and they give me some goddamn tough-ass chuck tube steak. They give me tube steak with mashed potatoes, with brown gravy, and cornbread. I'm giving that shit right back to them because that's not what I asked for. That is not what I ordered. So, on the other hand, if we asking to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Vasil Lomachenko, are we asking to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin Haney? Are we asking to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus JoJo Diaz or Gervonta Tank Davis versus Chris Colbert or Gervonta? Well, we can go on and on, right? And they give us Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolando Romero or Isai Cruz. Why am I going to pay for that shit? Because that's not what I want. But just like going back to the restaurant, I ordered a ribeye steak with mashed potatoes and white gravy and cornbread, and they bring me fucking tough-ass tube steak with mashed potatoes and brown gravy and cornbread. and you know what I'm saying? I look up at them and I say, thank you. And they come back and they say, how does the food taste? Right? What you think about your food? And I say, everything is great. Everything is just fucking great. That's what I want. Everything is great. The food tastes great, right? What's going to make them change? They're going to continue to fuck up. But if I cuss their ass out and tell them to take that shit back where they brought it from, I guarantee the next time they fuck up like that, they going to think fucking 2 times, 3 times. They gonna think twice about that shit, right? But if I don't say nothing, they gonna be like, fuck, we just sold him some tough ass, cheap ass tube steak and he ate it and he didn't complain about it. We just got over on this motherfucker. Let's do it again next time. Let's do it again next time. He don't know the difference between motherfucking ribeye steak and tube steak. He don't know the difference. So every time his stupid ass come in this restaurant, we gonna charge him for a ribeye steak, but we gonna sell him tube steak because he don't know no fucking difference. I mean, so when we complain about not seeing these fights that we want to see, if you paying for Gervonta Tank Davis and Isaac Cruz, if you paying for bullshit pay-per-views that you don't ask for, but you just paying for them, well, fuck it. You know what? I like Tank, so I'm gonna pay for it anyway to support Tank. All right. But you might be the problem. You might be the problem. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, y'all my people. No disrespect. No disrespect. Like I said, y'all my people. When I was a kid and I was growing up, I would have paid, right? I didn't have to pay because, you know, my pops was paying for shit. Well, I ain't gonna lie. We didn't pay for shit. I had a black box when I was growing up. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit up here and act like we was paying for pay-per-views because I had a motherfucking black box. You know? I had you know what I'm saying? Shit, I think we had a black box in my household since like 90. And whenever they came out, 90, no, we had, you know what? We had a black box ever since, I think, 90. I think we got a black box in 1990 because I remember I used to watch all the WCW, NW, the pay-per-views, the WWF pay-per-views, all the UFC when UFC came out. I had all the boxing fights. I saw everything. So, but when I was growing up, I was such a big fan of Evander Holyfield, and then and Roy Jones, you know, and Mike Tyson. I would have paid for anything. I didn't give a fuck. Holyfield and Roy Jones and Tyson and Pernell Whitaker. You know, I was a huge fan of them. I would have paid for anything they did. I didn't give a fuck who they got in the ring with. Luckily, back then, them dudes fought killers. You know what I'm saying? The sport of boxing was different back then. We didn't have a big nose Leonard Ellaby. You know what I'm saying? We had crooked ass Bob Arum and crooked ass Don King, but they were gonna put on the best fights. You better believe it. They were gonna put on the best fights. You better believe that shit. Knockout say the question I have: if you don't buy the fights, but you stream them and watch them anyway, isn't that a problem too? No, because I buy the fights that I want to see. If it's a fight, right, that is worth paying for, I buy them. If it's a fight that I'm not asking to watch, right, I watch boxing. I'm a fan of boxing, Knockout, Boxing 86 TV, right? So I'll watch the fight, I'll stream it, but I'm not going to pay for it because paying for it is showing them, well, it doesn't matter who he fights, we're still going to support it. So if you sell me, if I order a fucking ribeye and you bring me a tube steak, I'm not going to complain about it because to me, it's still steak. I don't know a difference between a ribeye and tube steak. it's all still steak to me if you get what I'm saying. That's what that shit lets the promoters know. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the difference between Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney. They asked for Devin Haney. We can give them motherfucking, Rolly Romero. They don't know the difference. It's still a boxer. It's still Tank Davis in the ring fighting somebody. So that's my whole thing, Excuse me. So that's just how I see it, man. You can't support things when they throw bullshit. And it was a good fight. I'm not gonna shit on the fight. It turned out to be a good fight, but at the end of the day, it was not the fight that nobody wanted to see that shit. And nobody wanted to see him against Rolly. Now, Rolly has the ability of running his mouth and making you interested in the fight, but ain't nobody was asking for that bullshit. You, Mr. Steal Your Chin, say, I support black fighters. The bottom line, I'm going to watch Gary fight this weekend because what does Gary got to do with that? What does Gary got to do with it? You're not paying to see Gary on pay-per-view. And so I hate when y'all do that shit. You want to use that shit as, oh, well, I support black. That's a cover-up. You using that, oh, I support black fighters because that shit sounds good. Did you buy Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin? And if you did, I want you to send me the receipt to my inbox because I don't believe you. Now, when G5 Gabe said he bought Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin, I heard him talking about the fight on his show. I believe that he bought it because he thought it was a solid fight. I don't believe you, Mr. Steal Your Chin, when you say that, oh, well, you try to use I support black fighters, so yeah, I paid for the no. Bro, that's some bullshit. And I'm calling you out on bullshit because I want to see your receipt. And I'll come on here and I'll apologize to you if you can show me the receipt where you paid to see Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz. 2 black fighters. If that's your excuse, that, well, I support all black fighters. Okay, show me the receipt where you paid for Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. Straight up. Show me the receipt. I am Trill Will. I'm not doubting that you paid for Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. I'm talking to my partner that said that he paid to see Tank Davis. When ain't nobody out, did you Trill? Did you pay for the Tank Davis fight though? Yeah, I support Luis Ortiz also. I fuck with Luis Ortiz. But I'm making the point because he's talking about him paying to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isai Cruz. And the reason he paid to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isai Cruz is because he supports all black fighters. Well, if that's the case, I want to see his receipt for Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. Because if that's your excuse that you support all black fighters, right? If that's that, because to me, I think that's a cop-out. I think you just saying that shit to make it look good. That's a cop-out. It sounds good. I can use the, I support black fighters and that. Nah, man, you ain't sliding over here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you do, okay, cool. If that's the case, well, it means that it's a fact. It's a fact that you should have supported Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. There was 2 black men headlining the pay-per-view. So I want to see the receipt, and you can inbox that shit to me on social media. And if you can send me the receipt where you paid for Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin, I'll come on here and I'll apologize to you. So, other than that, you paid to see Isai Cruz versus Tank Davis because you are a Gervonta Tank Davis fan. And you really don't give a fuck who he fights. You just like to see Tank. And that's cool. Say that. Say that shit. Just like my cousin that came on here the other day. My cousin that came on here with my little cousin, with his son, that told us that, you know what I'm saying, that broke the news about what Clarissa Shields was doing in the city. He'll tell you straight up. Me and him I don't give a fuck. I paid to see Tank Davis because he's knocking out every fucking body. I don't give a fuck who Tank Davis get. That's how he talk. I don't care who Tank Davis get in the ring with. Tank Davis is the best fighter in the world, and he knocking out everybody. That's how he'll tell you straight up. He don't give a fuck if Tank fight me. He gonna pay to see Tank fight me because he's a Gervonta Tank Davis fan, and he think that Gervonta Tank Davis is exciting. But he, you know what I'm saying, he don't know shit about boxing like that. But he watch boxing and he fuck with Tank. If Tank fighting, he don't care who it is, he paying to see it. Or he gonna watch it. And so just say that. That's all I gotta say. Just say that, my dude. He said you was in the hospital with COVID. Excuse me. I'm glad you better. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm glad that you and your your daughter or your son? It's a blessing that y'all made it through COVID, man, because that shit ain't no joke, man. It's a blessing. This is all boxing talk. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no beef. It ain't no beef. I'm just saying that, we need to move different if we want these promoters to move different. You dig what I'm saying? We, as a whole, we are boxing fans. We real boxing fans. I know we are real boxing fans because you wouldn't be on here listening to me, right? Tell boxing news and talk my shit if we wasn't real boxing fans. But we got to move different. And that's for Tank Davis, if it's a Canelo, if it's a fucking whoever it is, it don't matter. It don't matter. If Errol Spence turned around, right, and fought after he fights Ugas, right? And then the next 4 fights, Errol Spence fights some motherfucking bullshit dudes that we ain't never heard of. Well, somewhere in between there, I'm gonna stop paying for Errol Spence's fights. Plain and simple. So don't look at it as I'm just talking about this. This is only Tank Davis this stands for. No, this stands for any fighter, right? If you continue to just give me bullshit after bullshit after bullshit, well, somewhere in between, I'm not going to support your shit no more. My man, Smooth Groove Boxing in the building. What's happening with it? But if I'm wrong, Mr. Steal Your Chin, and you really do just buy all fights just because you that's your way of supporting black fighters, no matter who it is, well, I'm wrong. I don't have no problem with that. That's you. But the majority of fans, black fans, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking because that's what we gonna go there. The majority of my black people, we ain't just buying every pay-per-view fight just because it's a black fighter that's headlining the card. If it's some bullshit, we ain't doing that. You feel me? It ain't happening. Now, we really only got, the only black fighters that's headline fights is Gervonta Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, and maybe Terence Crawford. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, so, yeah, all of them fighters, besides the Tank, I'm going to pay for it. Because all of them, they put on, well, we got to say, with Terence Crawford, the last fight that he put on with John Porter, that was a fight to me that was worth paying for. Every fight that EJ, every fight he fighting all his shit is worth paying for. Deontay Wilder, every time he put on pay-per-view, he fighting the best. His shit worth paying for. I can't say the same for Tank. Smooth Groove Boxing. What's happening with it? Straight from that old clip. He said, I'm from Dallas, and he said, and EJ start moving funny, I'ma stop buying his shit. That's just being Trill. You know what I'm saying? If EJ give you 4 motherfucking bullshit ass fights in a row, well, after the third one, and I'm just keeping it real. After the third one, I'm gonna stop paying for his shit because now I can see that he moving funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him a chance because his whole career he been fighting the best, right? His whole career he been fighting the best, but he gets to moving funny after the third one. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this motherfucker he moving funny. Like that's just his MO. I ain't paying for his shit until he, give me something I want to see. I am Trill Will says I'm buying all Wilder and EJ's fight. That's a fact. I pay if I don't go to Wilder or EJ fight, I'm buying all they fights. But we don't have to come on here and complain, Trill Will. We don't have to come on here and complain about Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder giving us bullshit fight after bullshit fight after bullshit fight. We never had to do that with them. You feel me? They don't move like that. They moving different. That's why we fuck with them, because they move different. That's why when they come up on pay-per-view, or, you know what I'm saying, we don't have a problem paying to see their fight, whether we go to the fight or whether we click that button and buy it on pay-per-view. I don't have no, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes if I go to a Wilder or Errol Spence fight, I'll go and pay for a high-ass ticket, right? And I'll actually buy the fight on pay-per-view too. So I'm paying for it 2 times. I don't have no problem with that because they're giving me what I want to see. Now, if they stop giving me what I want to see and they start moving funny, I have a problem with that. I'm not finna support that shit no more. Cause then I'm showing that I'm just okay with whatever they do. Coach in the building in that super chat. My man Coach says, I'll watch Rolly and Tank because I have a soft spot for the mentally challenged. Damn. Hey, Coach said he got a soft spot for Rolly because he ain't got it all upstairs. Man, I feel you. I feel you though, Coach. I feel you. And y'all smash the like button. If you're in the building, smash the like button because we getting ready to cook. Now, but, I hope that Gervonta Tank Davis gets the big fights coming up, right? And put them on pay-per-view. If he fight the big fights, the names that we all want to see, I will gladly pay to see Gervonta Tank Davis. Gladly. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Gervonta Tank Davis. I like Tank. I have a problem with the fights that they put him in. But now I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. What's your point? Says that he would pay to see Rolly versus Tank. Man, I'm up in the air on that one because Rolly, the shit that Rolly went through, right? It makes for a good storyline. We don't know if Floyd Mayweather and them, you know what I'm saying, pull the okie doke on Rolly to pull him up out of that fight. Plus now, Rolly, you know what I'm saying, he talk a whole lot of shit so he can sell the fight. Eastside Cruz can't sell no fucking fight. So he talk a lot of shit. So I'm in the middle. Would I pay to see that fight just to see, Rolly get his ass beat? I might, because he brings he horrible. He is horrible, Dundada, but he bring a different element now. Now that all of that shit that went down, now he bringing a different element to the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's more so me wanting to be nosy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that, okay, this is a great fight. It's more so me wanting to be nosy. That's basically what that is, if you want to keep it 100. But I still wouldn't pay for it. I ain't gonna lie. I'll watch the shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be excited to watch it, but I wouldn't pay for it because it ain't worth paying for. Rolly ain't, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck Rolly did in his career? What has Rolly done to deserve to be on pay-per-view with anybody? So no, now that I think about it, fuck no, I ain't paying for it. But you know, that's just me, man. That's just me. Y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. I'm finna drop these links. Before I drop the links, I want to let everybody that's in the building right now know that Knockout Boxing 86 TV is going on tonight, right? He's having an open panel about everything that's going on recently with this new recent news that came out with Terence Crawford, with the Errol Spence situation. So make sure that y'all join Knockout Boxing 86 TV tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Knockout, once again, go support Knockout Boxing 86 TV at 7:30 Central Time. He will be having an open panel tonight. You know, Knockout usually come on at he usually do a show on, I think it's Fridays and Wednesdays, right? But now he will be coming on tonight. So make sure that y'all go and support Knockout Boxing 86 TV. He gonna have a hell of a show, hell of an open panel at 7:30 Central Time. 7:30 Central, y'all. Yeah, 7:30 Central tonight. Don't miss it. But so let's go ahead and get the cooking. I want to cook on this whole situation with you know, this new shit that Bernie the Boxer had to say about Terence Crawford signing with Floyd Mayweather, doing business with TMT Promotions and the PBC. So the link is in the chat. The links is in the chat. If you want to grab a link before I start cooking, grab a link because it's finna get trilled, y'all. It's finna get all the way trilled. Grab a link, it's finna get trilled.
What's up, Keon?
What's happening with it, man?
How you doing, man? I'm glad you got better from that shit, man.
Man, yeah, man.
Man, I just caught that shit. I'm in Baltimore, so it's hitting us bad up here.
Yeah, man, it's everywhere out here. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I think they spraying. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think they putting that shit in the air, y'all.
I'm telling you. You woke. You
can't duck it. You can't duck it. There ain't no way of ducking it now.
That's for another situation. That's too much on here. That shit'll get you blocked, man. They'll block you for some.
Let me see.
I just want to chime in on that Terence Crawford shit.
Yeah,
it's just my opinion. I think he just don't want to fight for real.
Well, I'm gonna put down this bill and I'm gonna play this audio. You know what I'm saying, that I got. And then I'm gonna let my brothers, I'm gonna let y'all cook on it. G5, what's happening with it? Salute,
my brother Keith. You know what I'm saying? What's good, coach?
What's
who else on up here? Batman, what's good?
What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Salute.
About to get out this clock, man. Ready for you to get this cook going. I'm finna clock out, nigga. I said, let me go ahead and kiss this link now.
Man, we finna cook for real. I'm gonna pull this so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this audio up so we can, you know what I'm saying, so we can get it right started.
Boy, Dundada, he really took me serious, huh, Dundada? Dundada, we gonna put you at Super Trophy.
Hey, John Matt.
Bet. You cut that foolishness out, huh?
No, nothing, coach.
Hey. So, well, hold on. I'm gonna try to hook up this loudspeaker so y'all can hear. Y'all can hear what Mr. Bernie had to say. And then I'm gonna cook on it, and then I'm gonna pass it around. I'm gonna let y'all cook on this shit. Hold on. Let me see.
Be ready. There should be no other time.
Shit. I'm trying to get this shit on the speaker to connect. Hold on.
This fight. He should be looking for that fight. The man.
Okay, here we go. This is what Bernie had to say. and this is right here. This is just let me bring Dwayne back in. Right here, this is just what Bernie had to say in regards to Errol Spence. And then, but he said more too. He said we're gonna get into all of that, but this is what he had to say in regards to Errol Spence. So I want to cook on this first.
He should be ready. It should be no other time than this fight. He should be looking for that fight. The man's legacy, he's already done that. They done hyped him up already. He's a pay-per-view star. He's such a killer. He's such a body puncher. He's this. They already said that. Only thing it's gonna do is we're gonna knock that off of him, and they want to keep that hype train going. So, I mean, where else can he go besides Keith Thurman? Where else can he go besides Keith Thurman? Then I don't want to say all the stuff I heard. And if he move up to 54, it's like, do we really gotta chase you to 54? I mean, like I say, I don't even care no more, bro. I wouldn't even. Fuck that nigga, man. Fuck him and the horse he rode on. And everybody he with. Fuck them. Fuck him. He rich, Bud rich. Okay? He got championships, Bud got championships. Okay? Fuck all that. Fuck them motherfuckers. But is anybody the best fighters calling him pound for pound? Fuck no. Is everybody saying he the best? Fuck no. No. James Toney, Buddy McGurts, the great ones, people that been around boxing as a company. No. No. And everybody know that he ashamed. Everybody know that. So let them live like that, Let them live. That's how they live. Fuck them. It's always fuck motherfuckers in this world who live like that. Because they rich, because they popular, But at the end of the day, all right, you know what it is. Like he said, Jim Jones said it. He said they had them cars, they had them bitches, they had all that fly shit, but at the end of the day, they told them they friends. So every fly thing they did is a race. Like I say, he acting like a punk. Every fly thing he doing is a race. So don't count up the shit he don't fight, Bud Crawford. Our shit is all nothing. Don't mount to shit.
Now, let me cook on that real quick, right?
Wow.
Because I did a video, a while back. And some of y'all probably seen the video I did a while back, I had to go up in my archives and pull it back up. But I talked about that this shit was deeper than boxing. I said, when I hear Bomac and Bernie and Terence Crawford and all them talk, and then when I hear the shit that they say behind the scenes about Terence Crawford's jewelry, right? I mean, not Terence Crawford, about Errol Spence's jewelry. I said, them niggas is jealous of Errol Spence. That's what it is. I said, it's jealousy and envy. I said, it's like the dude that's in the nightclub, right? And he got all the bitches and shit. All the bitches want to come up and talk to him. And you got that one dude that's in the corner. He biting blood out of the bottom of his motherfucking lip, and he mad. You know what I'm saying? He's just mad for no reason. Man, fuck that nigga. He man, look at him. Look at his fucking.
Hey, Keon, he sound like that nigga off of Belly.
Yeah, he thinks
sound just like the nigga off of Belly.
Fuck him. I'll rob his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that bitch ass nigga. He think he got bitches. He think and that's how they act, right? And I said that, and I talked about that in that video that I made. I was like, them niggas is jealous because they see Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? He got the pretty. He got the every time they see him, he got a pretty woman. You know what I'm saying? He got, you know what I'm saying? He be fresh. He got, you know what I'm saying? Nice jewelry on. They don't like that shit. They don't like, fuck him. That's just how they look at him, right? So it's more than that. Now he getting a lot of money, and you heard him. Oh, we rich too. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. He hit his cars and you know what I'm saying, the females and his jewelry. You heard Bernie right now. So, and like I said, I've heard things that they've said, like talking shit about him going buying jewelry and shit. I've heard this shit behind the scenes. And when whoever told me what they were saying, I said, what? I said, why they even talking about the man jewelry and shit? Like, what the fuck do that got to do with them? You know what I'm saying? Why are they focused on shit like that has nothing to do with boxing? That's why you always hear them, oh, he a fucking drunk. Every time you hear them say something about Errol Spence, it ain't got nothing to do with boxing. Now, Bernie, right? He opened his mouth and he just motherfucking let everything come out. That what y'all heard was jealousy.
That was emotions.
That shit bigger than boxing. Like I said, them niggas is the niggas that's in the back of the club with their motherfucking foot on the wall, biting blood out their lip because they so motherfucking mad. They don't like that shit. It's jealousy. And I've been seeing this shit for a long time. I peeped game with this. I peeped game a long time ago that it's more than just boxing. You know what I'm saying? They got a deep jealousy and envy of Errol Spence because Terence Crawford is looking out the window, right? He peeping out the blinds, and he see Errol Spence out there playing, doing all this shit that he want to do, and he can't really do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper. I ain't gonna get too much. I ain't gonna get too far into it. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. And I just see, man, the way that they be coming, that shit unnecessary. And you know, I know people gonna say, well, that's Bernie. That's Bernie talking. That ain't Terence Crawford, which is true. But you don't think Terence Crawford be saying the same shit? You don't think when they link up, they don't talk about this shit? That shit is jealousy. Now, I'm gonna bring in. I'm gonna go to my man. He came in here. I think he was the first one that came in here. My man, what's your point? I'm gonna go to him.
I just, man, that shit for nothing. He could have been Fort Smith though. That's all. This shit is irrelevant. This sewing shit. I understand Bob is racist, but all this shit for nothing to cover up, man. I only think he want to fight her.
I do. I think he want to fight him. I don't believe that.
His actions speak louder than words. All that money he talking about, he getting, except the 40%. It's that easy. It's not hard.
I mean, we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see till after the Ugas fight. Then it's gonna tell a tale. It's gonna tell a tale. When Earl get past Ugas, if he get past Ugas,
that's if he get past Ugas.
Get past.
I'm like, anything can happen, man. Ugas fuck around and do some shit. We don't know. That's why I say that all this shit that he talk, that shit is irrelevant. I just want to see Spence versus Ugas. If Spence take care of his business, then Bud ain't got no choice but to take the fight. What the fuck he gonna keep doing this shit?
Yep.
Who else are you gonna run out of people to sue?
I mean, then we're gonna see who real. We're gonna really find out who real and who really wants to fight.
But this crazy, he been saying it. Period.
That's all shit. When that money
he been saying it, but I guess people ignore the shit that come out his mouth. Out his mouth. He done said no to even 50-50. I wouldn't even fight him. The fuck kind of shit is that? You basically saying you don't want to fight. And he's constantly said, he don't want to fight that man, yo. Even if Spence lose, he probably still don't want to fight his ass. That's just my opinion on it.
Let me get this super chat. My man.
Oh shit.
What you said, TV off in that super chat, salute. He says it's not jealous. He said it's the mindset of Clubber Lane by Bob, but he said it's the mindset of Clubber Lane by Bud. He said the other side, Spence side, is Mickey off Rocky 3. They said they see the hunger in Bud. Okay, I mean,
what hunger?
Combat say stop the cap a lot. It's funny because a long time ago when I said, man, this shit is jealousy, right? World Combat, he had a fit about that. Oh, you in here talking about another man being jealous of another man. Like we ain't never seen another man be jealous of another man. I don't understand it, World Combat. I know Bud is your boy, but come on. If that's not jealousy to you, I don't know what is. G5, let me go ahead and let you cook and salute to what you said, TV in the building once again. G5.
Well, I'm about to take it to the background, fellas. I salute to y'all kings. Y'all have a blessful night, man. I appreciate you letting me come on, Keon. Yeah, you gotta wrench me up, man. You gotta wrench me up, please.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Just comment in the chat right now, and then I'll wrench you up. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go G5,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right, man. Look, it's simple, man. Pride, envy, and jealousy, bro. Anytime you got to start off talking about what a man got, bro, why you worrying about what this man got? We supposed to be boxing. Why do it matter about his jewelry, his lifestyle, and all this shit? Bro, we trying to see a fight. So you gonna keep talking about what he got and all this, where he gonna go? Nigga, where the fuck is Bud gonna go? He a man with no land. You want to talk about Earl? He got a whole PBC network. Nigga, he can get the Keith Thurman fight. You know what I'm saying? He can get other fights. He can fight Boots if he wants to, because clearly y'all team not gonna do it. Y'all need rest though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. It's like if my channel, I'm growing my channel, and I'm sitting over here talking about, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Keon be coming on here flexing sometimes with all his jewelry, his rings and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all that to push out no content. Why the fuck am I worried about what that man got on rather than what the fuck he's saying and doing? Actions speak louder than words, bro. So all that shit they talking, and come on, bro, look who he got representing him. That means he is okay with what the fuck Bomac and Bernie and them say. He don't never check him. So he just as guilty as they ass. And that man been jealous of Errol Spence. If you really wanted to fight, you wouldn't have re-signed. I don't give a fuck. Like it, love it. It is what it is. If it was the same way for Errol Spence, I have the same fucking energy. And I'm a Dallas dude. Been here 33 years. And if Earl was doing what Bud was doing, I'm on his helmet every day. Shit, I cooked on Bud ass last night. You got too many yes men around him. Why the fuck is Bomac your trainer and your manager? Give that man one hat. Because clearly he don't have, his mind is not diverse and not broad enough to handle two jobs. Because business acumen is fuck. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? People got to hold Bud and them accountable for his actions and the shit that he allowed. Bro, you the fighter, but this your team representing you, bro. They speak and talk for you. Salute to what you doing, but nigga, you don't get I'm not giving nobody no passes. Nigga, if you moving like you moving suspect and you allow shit to fuck you up in your career and you could have did something different, it's on you. And fuck Bernie ass. Ain't nobody worrying about that dude. You irrelevant. Only reason people know you because you attached to Bud. You clout chasing off a Bud name like Bud doing EJ. That's what I got. Go ahead.
Dwayne, man, and I think I think Batman came in next, but Dwayne, man, that shit you got on, that shit hard, man. When you get to cooking, let everybody know if you're gonna have that on sale too. Cause I fuck with that. That shit hard. But Batman, go ahead and cook.
Keon, didn't you just finish talking about a nigga clothes and shit?
Hey, you Batman.
Man, I don't really got nothing too much to say because I told y'all who them niggas is, man. They from Nebraska. That shit should tell you, man. They worry about the wrong shit instead of worry about beating Smith's ass or trying to figure out how they gonna go to PBC and get the fight. They talking about fuck them over there. Like, dog. That's all, man. Look, man. That's all you gotta do is find out how you gonna get the fight, dog. Don't worry about what a man got on. What a man he goes to the club here drunk. Don't worry about that shit. That shit outside of the ring. We don't worry about that. The room out here that your man in love with fat white women. I mean, I'm just saying. Don't nobody, you know what I'm saying, come on here and just get the going off about his man. I'm just saying. But you know, this shit just funny to me. We don't say nothing about he in Nebraska just chasing them white women like that. Don't nobody say nothing about that shit.
Hey, chill, Batman, chill, bro.
But nah, I'm just saying. Don't nobody do that shit.
Batman, chill, dog.
Oh man, listen, man. That's why he was comfortable getting fucked by Bob Byrne.
Oh Lord.
Shit. Oh, Batman, man.
Man, I'm telling y'all the truth, man. See, this is what I'm saying. When they try to spit their truth, they got secrets too. I mean, everybody got secrets. Everybody got shit they be doing that they don't want nobody to know about, man. So why you worried about the next man? Worry about y'all business together. Y'all business together is the fight. Talk about how Errol too slow for you. He too flat-footed. Talk about shit about that how you gonna beat the shit out of him and all that shit. That when you see him is on anywhere. Talk about something like that. Stop talking about the man drinking and partying with different women and shit like that, man. Because every time I see Errol, he got the beautiful light-skinned drink. Man, I'm finished, man. Because I was about to say some other shit, man. I'm finished, Keith. Go ahead.
Man, hey, Dwayne, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, this I just got this joint made today. It's my my logo and everything. I just tried it out to see how it was going to look or whatever. See how everybody like it or whatever. But I'm gonna definitely get some more put in stock or whatever, and then I drop the link for the mercs or whatever. So they'll be coming real soon.
Yeah, I'm fucking with that. Hell yeah, we gonna definitely support that.
Man, I mean, it's the same old. It's been going on for a minute now. I mean, it ain't no different. When you talk about another man clothes and jewelry and all this stuff and his lifestyle or whatever, that has nothing to do with boxing. And in the same token, you sitting there saying that it's only one fight to be made. There's only one fight to be made. He should have been fighting Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford came out his own mouth and said, Bob didn't make the fight. So how you putting it on EJ? Y'all still trying to put it on EJ, and your own man came out and said Bob didn't make the fight. So how you putting on EJ? You can't put it on that man. The man told you what he was going to do. So if you wanted to fight so bad, you should have just told him, send me the 60-40 and we could take the fight now. So you can't. I mean, it's the same old same. I look at Bernie as Bud hype man. He got to come out here and hype Bud up so Bud can stay relevant and everybody, because right now Bud is behind the scenes. The only thing he got going on right now is this lawsuit. So I just look at Bernie as a hype man. I mean, we like Bud for him in the ring. The only knock we ever had on Bud is his moves outside the ring. We never knocked Bud on what he do in the ring. And that's all it ever been. It's all this other stuff is just straight jealousy. And I mean, if you ain't trying to make the fight, or you ain't say, hey, look, Terence Crawford trying to make the fight right now, he trying to make the fight next or whatever, there ain't no need for you to talk in there. You just talking about a man clothes. You just look like a jealous dude because he's making money and y'all undisputed, and y'all trying to figure out how the hell Earl is making the same amount of money and y'all was undisputed. So I mean, that's all it is. And that's all I got on it.
Right. Here comes Scotty. Here comes Scotty with the bullshit. Coach, and let me get this super chat in here real quick. Let me get the super chat in. My man, son of Peter says animosity Terence Crawford have towards PBC, Earl and Al is stupid. The energy should be toward Bob and Top Rank. He said, I can see jealousy though. Yeah, you can see the jealousy. They don't even try to hide it. You know what I'm saying? You can see that shit. If you know, you know. Coach.
Well, I look at it like this. Terence Crawford don't control what other people say, so I don't know actually what Terence Crawford is saying about Earl, because he never said nothing derogatory, on video. All we saw him out in the ocean and all of that shit. That's number
I know, because I know what he said behind the scenes.
Bernie Bundu Brown, he just sound like a hater. I don't understand why, you gonna sit here and talk about another man and what he got, and Earl don't say nothing to nobody. I can see if a nigga going at your hat, right? And then you turn around and retaliate. But Earl never talk bad about these people. Earl never say shit to these people, bro. And they got all of this hate and animosity because you mad at the decisions you made. You made the decision, and then you let the old white man just walk away like nothing. And I don't see you going, Bob, fuck this up. Bob a bitch, Bob a this. But you gonna talk about another brother who ain't never said nothing bad about none of you motherfuckers, bro. I don't understand that shit. But you can let that white man put 5 inches of meat in you because that's all they probably got. You understand? But you don't say shit about that. You gonna sit here and talk about another brother who y'all both in the same business. Y'all can make money together. You're gonna get the biggest payday of your career. He already said what he gonna do. The problem with Terence Crawford and them is this. Errol Spence is controlling the narrative and they don't have control. That's the problem. Errol Spence is doing Errol Spence. He has his blinders on. He's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. Now, Bud, you can go do whatever you want. But as soon as I get this next belt, I'm coming to see you. That's it. Either you're going to take the fight or you're not. And it's going to happen because that man has never lied, right? A man has never, he said what he was going to do, and that's exactly what he's doing. I don't have no animosity. I love Terence Crawford. I think he's a great fighter. But having people around him that's like this and not saying shit to Bob Arum, and then you got your trainer talking shit about the PBC, knowing that if you want to be undisputed, Bud, you got to do business with the PBC. So why would you not fucking get in Bomac ass and make him recant everything he said? No, if you want to be undisputed champion of the world. But no, fuck Al Heyman. Why would you say fuck Al Heyman? Al Heyman ain't never did you nothing, bro. So why would you do that? You fucking up my, if I was Bud, I'd be like, Bomac, bro, you gonna go and recant that shit and you gonna fix this shit. Because sooner or later, I gotta do business with these people and you fucking my pockets up. Right? So Bud needs to handle these niggas with all of this bullshit they got going on. Because Errol Spence don't say shit to nobody about nothing. That nigga is in his zone. He got his blinders on. He working his ass off. He dealing with his little children. Got his new little son. He ain't fucking with nobody. But these niggas got to come out here and chirping. It don't make no sense to me. And Bud is a great fighter, bro. I want to see the fight. That's it. Stupid, bro. These dudes is fucking up their own business. They stepping in their own shit after they take a shit. They turn around and stepping in it. That's stupid. That's not how you do business. You ruining yourself. Now, your career could be over right now because you have no promoter. You have nobody to have your back right now. Eddie Hearn don't want you. You fucking suing Bob. What you gonna do, bro? And if you want to be undisputed, you have to go see Al Heyman. But here go your stupid manager saying, fuck Al Heyman, fuck them, fuck that. That's dumb, bro. That's it. You burning bridges. Just like Sheena said, he burning fucking bridges, and that's stupid. That's it.
Y'all smash my like button. If y'all ain't hit my like button, smash on the like button. Hit the like button. Support the channel. Hit the like button if you ain't smashed the like button. And sub to the channel if you ain't already a sub to the channel. But make sure that y'all hit the like button. Let me get this super chat. My man Jeffrey Brooks say, I'm trying to figure out if Bob paid Crawford $1 million to not make the Spence fight, or was that bonus Bud had coming, or was that a bonus that Bud had coming? Well, he didn't pay Terence Crawford. He was supposed to pay Terence Crawford $900K because, well, according to Terence Crawford, he was supposed to get paid the $900,000 because they couldn't give him the Errol Spence fight. So he had a clause in his contract that Top Rank Bob Arum had to give him the Errol Spence fight by the end of December 2020. And if it didn't happen, well, he get that extra $900K, right? So he's saying that Bob didn't even pay him that. He didn't pay him the $900K from the bonus incentive that was in his contract. And then we got my man Zenith 360 in the building. What's happening with him? In that super chat, he says Spence been more supportive for Bud than most of Top Rank. He said he liked him as a person. He said bought his pay-per-view and that Bob don't promote him right. Hold on, let me move it up because it jumped on me. He said, and Bob don't promote him right. He says, and favor Lomo over him. He said Spence, but Spence is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Spence, and like Coach was saying, and like everybody else saying, you've never heard Errol Spence say nothing bad about that man. When I interviewed Errol Spence, he was like, shit, I fuck with Bud. I actually got Bud my number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world. That's what he told me personally, right? He said, shit, I buy Bud's pay-per-views. I support him. He another black man. I support what he do. That's what he told me. But you don't hear Bud and them saying that shit. But that's a man that don't have no jealousy or hate in his heart. He just like Sean, they doing. But Crawford, you know, Scott White included, they're worried about everything that Errol Spence is doing. Every time you hear him talk, it's he a pussy drunk this and he this and that. But we know what it is. Scott, go ahead, Scott. What's happening with it? And salute to World Combat Sports in the building.
Well, you might want to save that salute till I finish. You might want to save that because you might take my wrench. For real. The only jealous people I see is the ones on this panel right here. That's the only jealous people I see right here. We just coming off MLK birthday, and now we have black men tearing down another black man in boxing.
Wait a minute.
Y'all seem desperate. Y'all talk about Errol Spence don't talk.
About Scott?
What y'all talking about? Errol Spence don't talk. Nobody trying to sit there for 15 minutes to get a sentence out, dog.
Scotty, you act like this. We just didn't listen to this nigga Bernie talking shit.
So what? Bernie ain't Bud. Bernie ain't Bud, is he? Bernie is.
I know one thing. I don't see him. This ain't the first time. I don't see Bud G checking that nigga. Saying nigga stop on the internet.
Why he got to G checking? You
nigga, you in my camp. I'm gonna control the narrative. I'm the fucking champ. I'm the money maker.
Hey, nigga,
Coach,
I'm the you and him are not coaching. Look, you and him are not OGs on the same block. You and him are not OGs on the same block. He don't have to check in with you.
No, I'm not talking about with you, Coach. Do you understand what I just said, bro?
That's just straight denial, bro.
Do you not understand what I just said? If I was Bud Crawford, goddamn, bro. This is bullshit. You know that shit ain't cool. If you ever
I never said Bud was jealous because I never personally heard Bud said anything.
Right.
He on there. I never personally heard Bud said anything, but I said Bernie is jealous.
Bernie needs to check. And Bud,
Bernie is just a mouthpiece. Bernie is just a mouthpiece for Bud, a true friend, been with him for quite some time. What's wrong with that?
That's representation right now. It's representation.
Y'all acting like y'all Errol Spence's uncles and grandfathers.
No, but if you got somebody that's
so you don't like the facts. The facts is Errol
on your team, Scotty, and they out here talking a whole bunch of bullshit, bro. You supposed to check them like a G. That's what real men do. You're not gonna sit here and let this man be talking some shit, and you don't check them, especially if you didn't say it, bro. You don't sit there.
And Errol Spence ain't best friends. Why he need to check Bernie for? Why you need to check Bernie for?
Come on, Scotty. You naive as shit, bro.
No, Bernie and Errol Spence aren't best friends. So why is
you talking about grown men jealous, bro? Look at what the man doing. Bro,
he been doing it like that
because he representing on the team.
He been doing it like that.
He on the team. D5. So if you got somebody on your team and they speaking for you, bro, and they saying some shit that you don't agree with, and you don't check them, bro, you agree with it, guilty by association.
Did Crawford come out and say he didn't agree with it?
No,
that's fine. But
did he come out and say he didn't agree with it?
He obviously got to agree with the shit. He ain't saying shit.
So he didn't disagree with it, right? So if he didn't disagree with it, he let the shit ride. So he let it ride. Why y'all up here upset that Bernie said something and Terence Crawford supposed to G check him for what?
Because
bro, I don't know.
Hold on. I'm gonna answer you. I'm gonna answer Scotty right now. Scotty,
G-Code got a lot of cats behind them bars looking out windows saying, "Wow, that G-Code."
I'm just saying, real man shit. So hold on, let me say this, Kia. So you gonna allow somebody to keep? Bro, this ain't the first time Brandon M been saying shit, bro. So if the Bud cool with it, okay. Why you always gotta worry about what another man fucking got? That's jealous bitch shit, bro. Just keep it on boxing. It's always the Bud Crawford side that always got to talk about, oh, this way he got, or this or that, or pointing out this and that. Errol Spence ain't worrying about what the hell Bud got. Shit,
understood, but the boxers aren't really talking and engaging one another like that. It's
you don't see people from Errol team coming out saying bullshit, bro.
Errol don't have a fucking team. Let's get that straight. He don't have nobody over there except this girl.
But he ain't got nobody coming out being an asshole and just saying shit.
Assholes exist every day. It's a new asshole every day of the week, man.
That's the way you look at it and move as a man.
No, I just been around the world. I just been around the world and seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've been around and seen a lot.
Okay, Scotty.
That's not solid man shit, bro.
Hey, Scotty.
It's all solid. It's all solid over here. I don't have anything to do with
that's not solid
what Bernie said.
With that rhetoric.
Your G code don't have nothing to do with the code I live by, bro.
Shit, well, obviously, if you agree with it's okay with how Bernie moving, bro, obviously your G code got wrinkles in that bitch.
I'm saying Bernie doesn't represent Scotty, and Scotty doesn't represent Team Bud.
But you a fan of Bud, and Bernie represents Bud, just like Bomac has to. So if you on the team and they huddle up and come up with in the same meeting room or the same classroom or wherever the fuck they at, bro, come on, Scotty.
You know you got some dogs. Look, G5. You know you got some cats. You known since you was real young that they always fucking up. That don't mean every time you see them you say some shit to them.
But dog, it's business, bro. This is my career. I'm not gonna let nobody make me fuck me out.
Bernie ain't gonna mess up anything about Bud's career, dog. Bernie ain't gonna do shit with talk.
But let me say this, right? Let me say this. I'm telling y'all for a fact, I know that Bud be saying these same shit behind the scenes. Now, Bud is that's why Bernie is fine with coming out saying the shit that he's saying.
I'm just not going off that bullshit you talking, Keon. Who? Where you hear that shit from? Who?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, same thing I said to you. The same thing I said to you. So you was gonna shut me down and say, "Oh, I don't believe that because I don't know what your source is." I can say the same thing. I don't believe what you're talking about.
I wanted to say one thing, man. I wanted to ask Scotty one question. So, Scotty,
man, you need to put my Cash App up, Coach. Every time I come over here, I'm thinking I'm back in college, Coach.
Because you hate facts, Scotty. And I like Bud Crawford. You don't understand, bro. I like Bud Crawford. I like Errol Spence. I like both fighters, right? Okay, my question is this. Was that cool for Bomac to come on the fucking internet and say, fuck Al Heyman, knowing that if Bud is going to become undisputed, they have to do business with Al Heyman? Is that smart to do that?
So basically what you're saying, Coach.
I'm asking you a question.
Look, basically what you're saying, you want me to sit up here and give my opinion on Bomac, who's the actual trainer of Bud Crawford.
And manager.
Yeah, trainer and manager.
Business manager.
So all of a sudden, boxing has morals and principles, right? And honesty and genuality, right? That's what we're talking about with boxing. I should be mad at what Bomac said. Man, y'all up here being sensitive.
You need to be mad, bro. But what I'm saying
man on here being sensitive, man.
You the one saying you the one
can't man on this panel being sensitive.
I'm not gonna let man on my team speak for me,
man.
Bro.
Y'all being sensitive, talking about jealousy.
Like this is sensitive shit
a long time.
We got
it go from heavy lifting to jealousy. Heavy lifting to jealousy.
Talking to this dude like talking to a brick wall.
It was just heavy lifting 5 hours ago. It was heavy lifting.
You don't hear Errol Spence camp coming out and saying nothing about fucking Bud Crawford.
So what, man? Y'all probably.
So why is these niggas always on Errol Dick? Why are these niggas always on Errol Dick? That's what I want to know.
Why are you niggas up here hating on Bud? That's what I want to know.
I don't hate on Bud, nigga. Stop that.
Look at, bro. Ain't nobody hate on Bud.
Stop that, Scotty.
Hey, and these cats on the panel, I got to give a disclosure. Don't take this shit personal, man.
You deflect this shit that you do on us. No, Scotty, you just know what it is, bro. You don't want to come up with nigga, bro. Didn't nobody come up here with no energy like that, bro.
You don't hear me talk about jealousy when it comes to two fighters I ain't broke bread with. You don't hear me talk about no jealousy about people I haven't broke bread with. The only jealousy I see is the ones on here talking about Bud Crawford.
All they do is talk shit about one person. Okay,
you know what I like about y'all?
Bro, keep it
you know what I like about y'all? Y'all are able to work for free for Spence because nobody else giving a damn about what he got going on except y'all.
Man, you got
that's a good thing. But
except y'all.
Let me read these super chats.
That goes from Keon, the Batman, the coach. to the Wayne, the G5, and
Hold on.
I
And
don't know who Money on. I know Money's the Errol Spence
Now,
fan.
see,
Hold
you know
on.
what that is. See, that now this is a talk of a Bud
Got
meat
it worse
master,
than
bro.
Bro,
Bro, if
if
you don't check nobody on your team, bro, you boy.
Let me
Yeah, I see.
Check him
let
for
me
what?
preach this.
Go ahead, let
Let
him
that
Hold on.
shit.
Hey,
Hey,
let him
let
get
that
it
shit
hold
Because
off.
he
come
on.
out there,
represent you,
G5.
bro.
Hey, y'all
Let
hold
that
on
shit air
for a minute.
out.
I'm gonna
look,
have
them
to do
down to
something.
support
Hold on.
Mute
shit.
I need to
everybody.
read this super chat.
I
I
mute
need to
my
read
mic,
these
man.
super chats. Zenna 360 in
Sympathy.
that super chat. Salute to you. He says, Bud said Spence accident messed with his brain. He said Bud said Spence accident messed with his brain on Twitter and called him hoes and disrespectful, knowing it was Bob's fault. And then he said, and Bud gave Bernie license to his IG to speak on his behalf. So Bernie equals Bud.
Thank
He
you,
did.
Zenit.
He says
That
Bud
is true.
gave Bernie license to his IG to speak on his behalf. Well,
I seen it.
so
He said
Listen,
it
Bernie
on
equals
Instagram.
Bud.
He said it on his YouTube as well.
And salute once again to my man Zena 360 in that super chat. And now we got my man Smooth Groove Boxing straight from that Oak Cliff. He say name me one thing that he said that was hating on Bud. Just one. He ain't said shit. He can't name nothing. He ain't said nothing. Now,
Yeah, he gonna keep it nice because he don't want that smoke, man.
hold on.
Bro.
Okay, y'all hold on. I'm gonna let Money go. I don't think Money. You didn't hear the audio, did you?
That's what I wanted to ask you, bro. No, is it long?
Yeah,
Is it
let
too
me
long
run this
to play?
audio back. I'm gonna run this audio back real quick, and then I'm gonna let Money because I think everybody else cooked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else already cooked, so I'm gonna let Money say what he gotta say. But I'm gonna run this audio back one more time for y'all. Okay, so this is Bernie the Boxer. This is this morning what he said. Hold on.
Bernie Bundu Brown. That's what it is.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm putting it on the loudspeaker so y'all can really hear it. Hold on.
Bernie don't sign Crawford's checks.
Man, let me play the shit. God damn.
The nigga who do
You in
sign,
the process. You in the process of doing it. So it ain't like we don't listen shit.
Okay, here we go.
It ain't like they prevent the First
Hey,
Amendment.
let me play the goddamn audio. Fuck. God damn.
What's up with y'all, man? Y'all short tempered today.
Damn. Let me play this motherfucking audio. We ain't gonna never get through this shit if I can't play the audio. Let me play the audio and then y'all can do what y'all doing. Hold on.
He should be ready. It should be no other time than this fight. He should be looking for that fight. The man's legacy, he's already done that. They done hyped him up already. He's a pay-per-view star. He's such a killer. He's such a body puncher. He's this. They already said that. Only thing it's gonna do is we're gonna knock that off of him, and they want to keep that hype train going. So, I mean, where else can he go besides Keith Thurman? Where else can he go besides Keith Thurman? Then I don't want to say all the stuff I heard. And if we move up to 54, it's like, do we really got to chase you to 54? I mean, like I say, I don't even care no more, bro. I wouldn't even, fuck that nigga, man. Fuck him and the horse he rode on. And everybody he's with. Fuck them. Fuck him. He rich, Bud rich. Okay? He got championships, Bud got championships. Okay? Fuck all that. Fuck them motherfuckers. But is anybody the best fighters calling him pound for pound? Fuck no. Is everybody saying he the best? Fuck no. No. James Toney, Buddy McGurk, the great ones, people that been around boxing as a company. No. No. And everybody know that he ashamed. Everybody know that. So let them live like that. You know? Let them live. That's how they live. Fuck them. It's always fuck motherfuckers in this world who live like that. Because they rich. Because they popular. You know, but at the end of the day, all right, you know what it is. Like he said, Jim Jones said it. He said they had them cars, they had them bitches, they had all that fly shit, but at the end of the day, they told them they friends. So every fly thing they did is a race. Like I say, he acting like a punk. Every fly thing he doing is a race. It don't count up the shit he don't fight, Bud Crawford. Our shit is all nothing. Don't mount to shit.
All right.
Well said, Bernie. Salute to him.
Now, he's worried about his bitches and his cars and what he got on and his fly shit. But Hey, but that ain't no hater shit. That ain't no hater shit.
This is the
But
thing
you
about
know,
Bernie the guard dog, Scott. And you got to start holding his little feet to the fire as well. He talk a whole lot of shit, and he ain't done shit in his boxing career, right? And he used to be a boxer, but he can get on there. He can call a man who is a unified world champion, a man who is an Olympian, right? Because Bernie always talked about he wanted to go to the Olympics and all this shit. So it's just, he wanted to do the shit that Errol Spence is doing. These are facts. He never became shit in his boxing career, so all he can do is clean up the gym, help on the pads, right? Wipe down shit, and hope that he can get in the little mix when Bud go do shit. That's the type of nigga that Bernie is. He's still working that motherfucking selling wood and shit. So he ain't doing shit with his life for real. You know what I mean? So once he get a little shine, he get a little opportunity to get his face out there and do something. This what he do. This the way he talk. This how he gets his little shine off to make him feel like he's somebody, bro. To try to down somebody else, accolades and what they doing, talking about how they living in their life. Yeah, you say Errol Spence rich, he got championships. Terence Crawford rich, he got championships. Is Bernie rich? Do Bernie got championships? Or Bernie the champion of selling that motherfucking wood at Home Depot, wherever the fuck he working at? So it's just the point, Scott. That shit is jealousy and hate the way that man talking about that man. He making that shit personal. When
It's been that way with him though, money.
But it shouldn't be that way with him because Errol Spence didn't do shit to the man.
I mean, y'all acting like it's brand new. This ain't brand new.
It shouldn't be that way with him, Scott, because Errol Spence didn't do shit to the man. How the fuck you have a personal vendetta
that we know about?
Done shit
that we
you,
know
bro?
about, money.
Stop, Scotty. Stop,
so at the end of the day, man, Scott, he don't know that man from a can of paint. We ain't know the fuck Bernie was. So we know Errol Spence ain't do shit to that man. When it comes to the Terence Crawford fight, okay, I get shit talking going back and forth, right? To build the shit up. But you know that's personal shit, Scott. You yourself. You can sit up here and take up for Terence Crawford all you want to. You're supposed to ride for Bud. But when you see sucker, faggot ass shit like that, because that's exactly what it is, man, you got to call that weak ass shit out, bro. Because still, you ain't heard Derrick James say shit about Terence Crawford, letting that fat bitch take his name, right? The little fat bitch that was giving him head at the show. The little fat bitch that talked shit about his other, man, come on, man. It's so much dirt on Terence Crawford. I heard that they can be talking about that they don't talk about, right?
So we talking about a man's sins. We talking about a man's sins.
We talking about the man's sins. So
we all sinners. We all sinners.
You want
we all sinners.
Y'all hold that real quick. Let me get through these super chats and I'm gonna let y'all finish. ATL Anonymous Boxing Sports. He says salute. Just subscribe. Barbecue ribs. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for subbing. Salute to you. And who else we got? We got let me get these super chats. My man Blue Blood Sports TV in the building. What's happening with it, Blue? He says salute to my brothers, epic panel. Love y'all, brothers. Blessing. Blue Blood.
Blue ain't wrenched me up yet, man.
Hey, Blue,
maybe you have something better to say about Bud. Then
we gotta
get your wrench there, coach.
We got my man.
You gotta wrench.
Scotty, you know.
I put some word in for you.
Scotty, I got a question.
I got a question. I got a question for Keon. You got Roy Jones on your wall. Roy Jones said Bud Crawford was better than Errol Spence. Y'all ain't on his helmet.
Go ahead, Keith.
You ain't on his helmet.
Man, you cannot listen well, can you? But Flossy Boxing says Bud Dumb, he signed with Bob twice in his pay-per-view flop.
Why don't put him on the screen,
salute to Floppy Boxing. Let me see. My man Emmanuel H in the building. What's happening with him? He says, salute panel. Dude is amazing hype man. He giving Flavor Flav a run for his money. Dude a clown. He writing the check that Bud gonna have to cash, and EJ ain't accepting the check. He says straight cash. Hashtag big fish. And salute
just a hype man. That's all.
Emmanuel H in the building. And then we got my man Zenith in that super chat once again. My man, he say Spence never gave anyone license to speak on his behalf. Bud literally told the world Bernie can speak for me on IG. So you can't claim it's not Bud now that it's revealed they're jealous and hating. You can't claim it ain't Bud. I'm telling you. And like I said, I'm not making this shit up. I know that Bud says certain things behind the scenes.
Yeah,
man, can I say this? Can I say this
before you get? Let me finish, back because this what like they whole team, bro, talk like this. Like when you see it, it's not just Bernie. So when Scotty be like, oh, this Bernie, just know they whole fucking team from the nephew to the cousin to Terence Crawford to fucking Bo Mac to Bernie weak ass who afraid to step up to the plate, and Jay Ism on his ass anyway. He talk all that boxing shit, but he don't want to get in the ring. So it's the whole team that talk like this, bro. So it got to be something they got against that man Errol Spence, bro. For that man Errol to come in a short period of time, become a hotter fighter than him, right? Making more money than him, regardless of what they say. So it's things out there that they are jealous of with that man, bro. Oh, how can he go do this shit and they still ride for him and do this? And Bud is this and that. Like it gotta be something there that they jealous with about that man, bro. For them to be talking shit like this and keeping this shit on a real personal level, like a nigga that fuck they bitch, slap they mama, stump they sister out or some shit, bro. That's how they talk. But Scott, you said it ain't personal. Come on, man.
No, I just think it's all trash talk at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all trash talk money.
But see, it's personal with Scotty.
Because the shit is not bothering. It's not
you, Scotty, because you got a personal vendetta.
It's not hindering Errol Spence. It's not hindering Errol Spence. He can listen to the shit Bernie talking to everybody on Bud Crawford's team. It's not hindering his day of living. He's still living.
But guess what, Scotty? What is going to hinder with Mac saying fuck Al Heyman? It's going to hinder us getting a fight. When your manager is out there fucking talking shit about Al Heyman. And now you have no promoter. You have nobody. And if you want to become undisputed, you got to do business with Al Heyman. So it's very stupid.
He got to
so he got to walk in. He have to walk in the Al Heyman office with knee pads on.
And Scott, what's gonna happen is
somebody said that, bro. Don't go to say fucking Al Heyman.
We go find out that Bomac is fucking turns Bud Crawford up the ass with his money as well. You go find that out real soon.
Man, Terence Crawford, a grown ass man. If he somehow, some way, Bomac is receiving a certain percentage, that's between them. That I don't get into. They're gonna have to figure it out.
Can I say that?
But I'm just saying this is trash talk. We've seen it before. It ain't no different than Mike Tyson talking about what he'll do to the white boy in the audience. It ain't no different than all the shit Mike has done in his boxing career. This is light compared to that.
This ain't
lightweight. This is lightweight compared to what Mike Tyson did.
Let me hear what Ben got to say. Go ahead, Ben.
No, this ain't trash talk. This is something them guys sit around and talk about when they hear shit about. Because ain't nobody know Earl was a drunk until Bomac said so.
No, that's a lot to do. The former boxer in Mayweather's camp said that long before
Earl
that.
Ain't a drunk though. That's the thing. The man ain't a drunk. My daddy.
One time he was drinking. He was drinking at the clubs mostly every night. Mostly every time he go to the clubs and he be wasted. But he don't do that no more. But
ain't a drunk though.
Kia Cooley said drop the link. She been trying to get on. She live in Omaha.
But ain't nobody know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not dropping no links in no chat. I ain't dropping no links in no chat.
And then they kept.
I don't want anybody just clicking on the link.
Earl living from check to check. Dog, they talk about so much about Errol Spence. Then we stream Earl fights. We don't. Man, then Earl come back and tell him, man, I support all my black fighters. But you know what I'm saying? Instead of
blame Timothy Smith for saying that. Blame Timothy Smith. Y'all not highlighting what Timothy said. Man, it seems like they can't make the fight rather than Team Crawford.
What? He say Bud ain't a fucking drug. That's all Timothy said.
Neither is Errol Spence, bro. Please. Neither is Errol Spence. What kind of draws him? What is he?
All right, Timothy Smith went on the fans and all that, but he ain't say nothing that wasn't factual. That Bud don't sell pay-per-view.
He said they don't want to present an offer that's insulting the Bud. That's what Timothy said. So that seems like to me, you got some scared people over there.
Why do you hate facts, Scotty? Why do you?
I don't hate anything. Why are you retreading words that Coach said?
What?
See, that's the thing. Y'all always pick up new words. It was heavy lifting. Now it's what? It went from heavy lifting to what? Envy. What is going to be next week so I can prepare?
Oh, no, they jealous.
What's the key word next week?
They jealous because Errol Spence got the spotlight and Errol Spence got the he the one control the whole situation.
How Errol Spence got the spotlight and you said he don't be talking about nobody. He don't be doing shit. Got the
spotlight meaning whereas though it only happens if he say so. Whatever he's trying to give Bud, it only happens when he say so.
It don't work like
Bud,
that from the last belt, bro. He need the
Bud
last
work.
belt. He
Bud
need the
waiting.
last belt.
Bud
Errol
waiting.
Spence is the one that made the declaration that's
All right,
saying he
but
was going to
if
become
he don't get the
undisputed at
last belt
47.
and move, listen, if he don't get that last belt and move on and go fight another competitor that's worthy, he will still get paid. Bud won't.
That's a fact.
So we're talking about pay now, still a legacy, because
No,
he the one that's been
I'm just
mentioned about
saying. You keep
undisputed
on
at
talking this
47.
Still part
bullshit.
of it, Scotty.
Yeah,
All of
Earl is still
If
making
Bud,
legacy.
if Spence decides to go on and fight Canelo Alvarez, Bud will be stuck in the fucking
No,
ring.
stay on topic, back man,
No, I'm
and
just
stop
telling you.
flying around the
No,
motherfucker
that's why
just
I
because
say
you're
he got the
signal in the
spotlight.
air.
You wanted
Stay
to
on
know,
fucking topic, dog.
you wanted to know why he
Topic
got
when
the
it comes
spotlight.
down to the topic at hand between
Without
all roads
without-
lead to
listen,
Terence Crawford.
without
All roads
roads
lead
don't
to
lead to
Terence
Terence
Crawford.
Crawford.
it don't.
No, it
Hell
don't.
yeah,
Only
all roads lead
undisputed.
No, it
because he
don't.
need to
Dog,
get past
only-
Ugas
Hey,
first of
Scotty,
Only
all.
hey, you
All
was
roads
tripping.
lead to Terence Crawford for
Only
that undisputed.
undisputed. The biggest
Okay,
bag,
find somebody that's gonna take the
dog,
belt from him,
the
and
biggest
don't
bag,
mention no Bruce Ennis
dog,
either.
the
Why?
biggest
Why
bag.
we can't mention Boots?
That's
Listen,
exactly.
hold on,
Look.
coach. The
Uh-huh.
biggest bag.
Catchphrases.
I know why.
Hold on,
Coach
Scotty.
changed up his posture when I said
Scotty,
boot.
Scotty.
I
Hold
know
on,
why.
hold on, Scotty. The
You know
biggest
why,
bag,
too?
the biggest bag for Errol Spence is Canelo Alvarez. That's the
a fact.
biggest bag. If Errol Spence decide to go get Canelo Alvarez, he will leave fucking Terence Crawford sitting on the shitter. Come on, man.
To take
Stop
a
it,
L.
man.
To take a L, because you know damn well Canelo will beat his ass.
Oh,
You know
man, I
damn
don't know
well
what he is.
Canelo will beat Errol Spence ass, dog.
I know he will be getting paid more than Terence Crawford. And
Look,
Terence Crawford will be left.
Man, Canelo will
Look,
beat
He
Errol
can't go
Spence
back to
ass.
top rank.
So you sitting up here
Hold on,
talking
He
about
can't
a
go back to
paycheck.
top rank.
That's what it's gonna be, a
Or
paycheck.
He can't go.
Canelo will beat Errol Spence ass, dog. You know that.
Can't go.
So
Listen,
stop trying to act like it's a highlight
Listen.
with him moving up to get his ass
He
beat,
can't
to
go
come
to
back to
top
47 and get his ass beat again. That's damn career suicide
can't
there,
go-
Batman.
But you said all roads lead to Crawford. They
Don't
don't.
you ever cut your hair again?
They don't. But I'm
Let me
Shut
say
up
this,
here
bro.
talking crazy,
Let me say
dog.
this, bro. Scotty,
Don't
good
you
as
ever
hell.
get a haircut in the
Yo,
middle
this
of
the
winter
thing, though,
again?
man.
You
This
up
the
here
thing,
talking
look.
crazy.
Earl Spence, look, this is the thing what people got to
Right now,
understand with Earl
Scotty.
Spence, bro.
Right now,
Hold on,
Scotty, we
coach.
don't know
Hold
how
on,
long.
coach. Hold on,
Right
coach.
now, we don't know how long Terence Crawford is gonna be shelved.
Yeah,
Because
this the thing,
first
though,
of all,
coach.
huh?
This the thing, right? People keep acting
Coach,
like Earl
Coach, are
Spence
you
is
confident he'll get past
stuck
your
at
Dennis Ugas?
147,
Are you
right?
confident he'll get past Ugas?
Yes.
Man,
Let
look.
me
Man,
get these
please.
super chats in, y'all.
Go ahead, Keith.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Money, hold on. Let me get this super chat in. Flossie Boxer said Errol literally sells double the pay-per-views. That's a fact. That's a fact. And then my man Zenith 360 back in the building again. He says, funny how we got to remember MLK and Black Unity when anyone call out Bud Team for acting like crabs. But when Bud Team consistently disrespect another black man, it's just trash talk. It's all good. Man, say that again, Zenith.
Yeah, I like
Say
how
that
Zenith
again.
always respond
Make
to
it
my
make
stuff,
sense,
and he
though.
won't never click the link.
But here we
Scotty,
go.
Look,
Here we
you
go.
get your
make
most.
sense.
Hey, Keon, you get your most super chats when I'm on your panel with Zenith,
Come on.
because he
Let me-
always got to
let me-
show me. He always got to show me. He always got to try to caveat to what I said. He don't know shit about goddamn MLK. I think he hate black people himself. He just support Keon.
Hold on. Mr. Punch Out. We got Mr. Punch Out in the super chat. He says, why dude keep moving the goalposts? They must be talking to you, Scotty, and salute to Mr. Punch Out.
I don't see Scotty. You see Scotty up SCOTT. I don't see shit.
They must be talking to you,
Mention my
Scotty.
name. Stop talking in code, dog. I ain't seeing my name on these posts. I ain't seeing shit.
Hey, Scotty, you like this, Scotty.
My man, Ill Will. My man, I am Ill Will in that super chat. Hold on, my man, I am Ill Will. He says the road to Bud Jangles is a dead end. He said,
Not at all, man. It's a highway, dog. It's a highway. I am Trill Will. What's good? It's a highway, bro.
It's definitely not, Scotty.
Look, this the thing though for Bud, bro.
A bunch of Teslas on that bitch too.
Let me say this for Terence Bud Crawford, bro. It's on record, Terence Bud Crawford, right, saying he need that Errol Spence fight, Scott, right? Or his legacy really ain't shit. That right? So he's saying, oh, I need to fight. He said it with Andre Ward. You know, if I need these fights, you know, to solidify my Hall of Fame claim, even though he's a Hall of Famer, right? So somewhere down the line, Bud feel like he ain't been doing shit with the fighters he's been fighting. But when it comes to Errol Spence, bro, Earl still got 3 more divisions to go to, right? Or we can say 2 at the least, 54 and 60. He's not fit to max out at no fucking 147-pound division. So as long as if Earl become unified champion, hold 3 straps at 147, and the Bud fight don't happen, it's gonna be a missed opportunity for Undisputed, and it's gonna be a missed opportunity, you know, for a big bag for him. But it's gonna be the same with Bud. It's gonna be the biggest bag for Terence Bud Crawford on his way out, because he ain't gonna make no Earl Spence money with nobody else in his boxing game. Nobody, it ain't nobody there for him to make no Earl Spence money with. But Earl can go to 154, right? And it looked like him and Jamel can get it in, and that shit go sell. Jamel ain't with Derek no more. Last time I checked, you feel me? So that shit can turn around, but it's still titles at 154 for him to get, and it's still titles at 160 for him to get, bro. And you build champions
It's a
when you
lot
enter
of
the division.
feedback. Somebody got a lot of feedback.
And not only that,
Say something.
even if Bud move up to 154, he still got to go see Al Heyman.
Bud ain't going to 54.
I think he will. I think he will.
But look,
But I
Bud
think
was only
Yeah,
going to
of course he'll step up to 54
Bud was
there,
going to
money.
54. No, Bud was going to 54 for fucking the boy that had the title that Castano took it. When Castano took the title, Bud ain't been talking about no 54 ever since that title got taken from that man. He ain't going no fucking 54.
Yeah,
he'll go up and fight Jamel. So
yeah,
that's not.
he been talking about Jamel Charlo.
But still gotta do business with the motherfucker. Your manager is saying, fuck Al Heyman. You still gotta deal with the man to do business with him. That's all I've been saying. I don't care about all that other shit. I'm talking about you don't let people in your camp burn bridges to where you can't do business and they jeopardize your livelihood. First of all, Bud don't have no promoter right now. He don't have it. He don't have the pull to be able to do like Mikey Garcia and sign one fight deals. Nobody want to give him a shot because of the shit that the white man that put that 4-inch meat in him was saying. He don't sell nothing. I could build a house in Beverly Hills. But you niggas don't talk about Bob Arum like y'all scared of that motherfucker. Yeah. But y'all gonna talk about Errol Spence. These niggas, Bernie and Bomac, while Bob is steadily fucking putting that old shriveled up meat up in his ass. See, y'all don't talk about that shit.
I don't know what the demasculization is about, Coach.
Well, the demasculization is the demasculization is
need a bridge if I can
with
swim.
a black man who ain't never fucked with y'all or said anything bad about y'all, but y'all talk so much shit about him because Because
let me say this. Hold on, Coach.
From the internet.
Let me say this, Scott. I mean,
that's why.
I'm talking about Bud Crawford, not Bernie, not everybody on this team.
Bud was out in the ocean. Where you at, big fish?
Hold on, y'all.
Where you at?
John Wayne ain't shit a bitch about Scotty. This our brother, bro. So if y'all don't like what the fuck going on up here because he got his own mind or none of that shit, man, y'all get on up out the chat and get the fuck on. You feel me? Like you said, y'all gonna call him a bitch in that chat. When that fucking link be out there, y'all ain't gonna hit that fucking link. So yeah, ain't nobody on this panel no bitch or none of that shit. Scotty ain't no fucking sellout.
Yeah,
Scotty
we ain't
saying the same motherfucking shit that he's saying now that he been saying since he started the channel when Scotty is in the field. So it ain't hard to see Scotty out here, right?
Y'all know what Scotty look like. Scotty saying this our brother. He ain't nothing bitch about Scotty,
bro.
Man, I thought I told them this ain't personal last time, dog. Damn.
Yeah, ain't nothing bitch about Scotty.
Shit, dog.
Shit, man. Come on, man. Like I said, you can see Scotty. Go to Scotty page. You gonna see him in the field.
Hey, man, I love all these brothers on here, man. We can talk our shit all the time, man. It ain't personal. Y'all in the chat. Y'all on some other shit for real.
If Scotty was a bitch nigga, he wouldn't be on this panel. I don't let niggas on the panel that I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the thing is, the only thing I got a problem with you, Scotty, is this: you take up for bullshit, and you answer a question with a question instead of call it what it is. If a motherfucker is fucking up Bud's career because of the fact that you got to go and see these people and do business, he should have fucking told Bomac to recant all that bullshit so you don't fuck up my money, our money, because nigga, I'm paying you to train me and manage me. You got to go fuck without him. I don't care if you move to 154. They got all of the fucking the 147s that you could possibly make a big fight with. You got to go up to 154. You got to deal with Al Heyman. So you painting yourself in a corner by letting Bo Mack and Bernie the fucking clown say whatever he's saying. That's some bullshit. And
So for
and
coach,
go ahead,
go ahead, bro.
go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead. Ask me whatever.
So you wouldn't think Al Heyman needs Bud for a welterweight showcase for Errol Spence? Who
No.
else is gonna take that lead? Who else is
No.
gonna be a dance partner for Errol Spence? Not
hold-
Ugas. So look, check this out, coach. So he pick up a third belt. He pick up the WBA strap, right? So who else is gonna be that dance partner that's gonna bring in that attention to the welterweight division, like Terence Crawford? We've been talking about this shit for years and years and years. So Al Heyman need Terence Crawford to make this fight.
Who needs
True
more?
enough.
Bud?
Hold
I mean,
on.
Scott.
True enough. He needs Bud Crawford to become undisputed. But when they go to the negotiation table and the numbers go out and Bud don't take the fight because he feel that he's owed more, then it's gonna be a problem. What options does Bud have after that? See, Errol got options. Errol can go fight Keith Thurman and still make a big fucking buttload of money.
Not at all, bro. Not at
Of
all.
course he can.
Not
Of
at
Hey,
course.
all.
I keep on saying Keith Thurman, Bud can go fight Canelo Alvarez and make the most money he ever made in his life.
Errol.
Errol. I'm not
Bud,
talking. No, Errol can move
Well,
up
he
to
said it right, Bud. He said it right.
I meant to say Earl.
Bud ain't
No,
getting
you
in there.
meant to say Bud, Batman. Stick to your word, dog.
Y'all keep
Canelo
saying the
only
man's name. Y'all
Canelo
keep
only
saying
said
the
one
man's
name. They come to
The man is in-
164.
The man is in a lawsuit. Bob Erm done fucked the man's whole career up and blaming it on
He's
him. But it was
5
Bob.
years old. He don't have much of a career left. He's 35 years
finish?
old.
Can I finish?
He's
Scotty?
on the backside of his career.
Can I finish, Scotty? Bob Erm had a chance to make Bud Crawford a star. Bob Erm fuck that boy career up, and Bud let him fuck his career up by keep on fighting them bum ass fighters he was fighting. But you know, you can blame both of them.
But
And you gotta
just
blame
like
Bo
that.
back too. You gotta blame Bo back too, man.
But just like that, if he fucked his career up, but all of these niggas on here, and the ones Bernie Bundu Brown, he sitting there, and Bundini Brown, he's sitting there and fucking trashing Errol Spence. But I don't hear these niggas saying nothing. It's just like when I see niggas having shootouts on the corner. They shooting at each other. As soon as the cops pull up, all the niggas run. That's some bullshit. All the niggas run.
Decision making. That's smart decision making.
No, that's not smart decision making. That's some fucking cowardly shit because none of these niggas in Bud camp is saying Bob Arum is a bitch. He shouldn't have did this, and that. None of them. But you going at a man who don't say nothing to nobody, support your fights, go on record and say you support your fights. He thinks you're the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. But y'all go at his hat and make this shit personal and calling him a bitch and you're fucking
817.
all of this. When you don't hear nothing
817.
out of a man's mouth.
I don't agree with the bitch.
Hold on, 817. Just 817. Don't do that over here. Do that shit somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you and Scotty got going on, don't do that over here. Y'all do that shit somewhere else. We ain't on that time.
That shit is crazy to me, bro. Instead of focus they shit on a nigga who really put that fucking meat on him, they gonna focus on Errol Spence. The one who put the meat on your ass and didn't. Bud Crawford needs to be a fucking superstar. How the fuck a 135 pound fighter make more than you at 147? Tank Davis make more than fucking Bud. Come on, man. And he been in a business way longer than Tank. But your fucking promoter,
numbers, coach. You don't know Tank's numbers.
Bullshit.
You know, he's giving a lot up to Floyd and everybody else over there. So you don't know
I'm
the
not
numbers
saying,
that he's
I'm
taking
talking
home.
about the money that's generated. I ain't saying exactly that he got
We
more
still
money.
don't know. That's
The
unclear.
money that's generated by Tank Davis is way more than Bud Crawford because Tank Davis is a fucking big seller. The last fight sucked, but he been fucking he been selling out and making more money, and you know it's the truth, Scotty. So, but you've been in the game for all of these years, way longer before Tank. When Tank was still in the amateurs, you've been in this game, and you not a fucking superstar. But all of the people talk shit about Errol Spence, but don't say nothing about Bob Arum. To me, that's some bullshit, and motherfuckers is coward bitches, as far as I'm concerned. For them not to be like Bernie and them and Bo Mack, but and then you're gonna talk shit about another black man. Fuck Al Heyman, another black man who changed fighters' lives. But them niggas gonna talk about a fucking man who doing business and getting his fighters paid. Man, that's some
you talking about the same entity?
That's some phoning ass bullshit. That's what the fuck that is. Them niggas, listen, if they had a revolution, they'd be the niggas out shooting the head because they're gonna tell them white folks where the fuck we at. That's right.
So you talking about PBC, the same one that's holding back Gary Russell? That's another black man, right?
You know what?
I got it.
I don't agree with that shit. I never said
I got it. He fight once a year because he's in good standing with everybody over there at PBC, Al Heyman and Floyd and all them.
I don't know what happened between that relationship, but I know one thing. I know one thing. You can't defend that bullshit Bob Arum did to that man. You can't defend it at all, and you know you can't defend that bullshit that Bob Arum go get on. I know one thing. You never heard Al Heyman go on fucking TV and say this shit. He don't sell. I'm gonna get I could build a house in Beverly Hills. How much money out of that? You don't hear Al Heyman is a PC. He the advisor, but you don't hear nobody on that side talking shit about their fighters.
Different than Top Rank.
Say, bro, you gonna stop taking up for that bullshit, Scotty, because you know you fucking wrong right now. You know you wrong about this shit. You know that fucking white man put that fucking shit on there, and you defending that bullshit.
Let me say something. See,
Coach pulling his finger at me.
Let me say something.
Scotty,
hold on, y'all. Foxy Brown, salute to the Queen, Foxy Brown, with the super sticker. Salute to the Queen, Foxy Brown. Now I want to say this to Scotty. See, Scotty don't want to admit to y'all that it ain't even really about Bud with him. He just a downright cold-hearted Errol Spence hater. He hate Errol Spence, and that shit personal with him. That's true. What it really is. It ain't even Bud. It's just he hate Errol Spence, and that shit is personal with Scotty. He ain't gonna admit it to y'all, but that's just what it is.
Scotty don't hate Earl. He hate Derrick James.
No.
He got
Errol Spence.
He got a personal thing with Derrick James. He say Derrick James.
He got something personal with Errol Spence too. I know that shit. I know.
Listen,
it's all hearsay. It's all hearsay. It's inadmissible. That shit is inadmissible. What y'all talking about? That shit is all hearsay. For real.
Scotty, come on, Scotty, keep it 100.
Not on
it. You don't like Errol Spence.
Scotty like going
against him.
Scotty feeds his soul by going against the grain. Also, he feeds his soul by watching people express themselves. He feeds his soul by being on the other side.
This is why he hate Earl.
Errol Spence.
Listen, this is why he hate Earl. He hate Derrick James. He say Derrick James and Chris Colbert are the biggest assholes he's ever met.
But he said Errol Spence an asshole too when he met him. Shit. So
that's true. That's true. Assholes ain't personal. It's just the way I feel about it. If I call somebody an asshole, that don't mean it's personal. That's just what I believe you are.
Encounter with somebody that I don't fuck with, well, I might talk about them and it might be personal. I might be biased against them. Just keep it 100, Scotty. You don't like the man, you know.
I just don't like what I'm hearing about the envy and you know y'all act like motherfucking Errol Spence is a saint.
Heard of
Errol Spence ain't a saint, dog. He ain't a saint.
You ain't never heard of another grown man be jealous or envious of another man. You ain't never heard of that.
Coming up, you know, before it was heavy lifting, now it's envy. I'm just curious to know what the next turn is gonna be.
Scotty, have you ever heard of a grown man being jealous or envy of another grown man?
Not too much in the lane I was in. I haven't.
Man, okay, all right.
Real talk.
So in this world, you ain't never heard of that. You full of shit.
Yeah, I have heard about it, but not on the regularity though. You know what I'm saying?
You full of shit, Scotty.
I'm saying not on the regularity like I'm hearing off this panel. Excluding Money Brown, because he came in on the tail end of it. But y'all that was up here before,
Scotty, let me get these super chats and then I'm gonna let you say what you saying. Flossy Boxer say if Bud wants to fight, he needs to go to PBC. I mean that's what it got to be. You know, what it got to be.
Bob Hearn
signed to a network.
Shit out Eddie Hearn. Bob Hearn.
Hey, Batman. Go ahead. Batman, let me get the rest of these super chats, man.
Go ahead.
Flossy Boxer say, who has Bud beat the bet? He said, who has Bud beat that's better than Errol's opponents? Soon to be 3 belt and 1 and higher pay-per-views He said soon to be 3 belts to 1. He said, and higher pay-per-views mean Bud gotta take 40%. And then and salute once again to Flossy Boxing. Then we got my man where Emmanuel H in that super chat once again. He say, what made him an asshole though? He says, I met ESJ before and he seemed like a 10 toes down dude. Man, he's solid as
Hey, that's you, man. What you got to do with me, bro? I'm speaking off real experience, physical.
Maybe he
experience.
recognized a
What
nigga.
you talking about?
Maybe he
Because
recognized.
you was probably coming up to him saying, "Oh, we, Derek, it's nice to meet you. Is there any way I can just stand close to Errol and take a picture?" Nah, it wasn't like that with me. It wasn't like that with me.
Hey,
it wasn't
BN
like that, bro.
said Terrence did the same thing to him.
On everything, look, on everything, I never asked Errol Spence for an interview. One of the Watson sons, I'm not gonna mention his name. He asked me, did I want an interview with Errol Spence? I said, all right, cool. And then whatever took place after that is how it went down. But I'm a grown ass man. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and accept the nonsense that's going on. If I deem you an asshole, it's not on some petty shit. Like Chris Colbert, a straight up ass. Errol Spence, ass. Derek James is an asshole, bro. Period. In that order.
I don't understand how Big Time made more than the champion. I don't understand that either.
Flossy Boxing back in that super chat. He back in that super chat. He said Bud took 30% to fight Amir Khan. So what's wrong with? He said. So what's wrong now? What's
Are
wrong
these numbers breaking records though, Keanu? Are these records y'all talking about with Errol Spence? Are they breaking records?
No,
right?
No, I ain't
why are we talking about it? Why are we talking about it?
It's more than what Bud
did. Okay, let's say if it's more than Bud. Let's say it is more than Bud. Right. Where's the other belt at? Where's the last remaining belt? He beat Ugas. Where he got to come see? He got to come see Bud, right? So why are we talking about numbers and all the other shit?
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on. Let me say one thing.
You can't take the belt.
I'm gonna tell you why, Scotty. I'm gonna tell you why, Scotty. I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, you're doing business with a brother and you're gonna make it super difficult. But you do business with a motherfucker who had got knocked out 3 times and was a fucking glass Joe, and they gave him $7 million and gave you fucking $4 million, and you didn't have a problem with it. But now you dealing with your brother and you're gonna have a fucking problem with it. That's why we dealing with that. You give the Amir Khan fucking $7 million, a motherfucker who you pluck him on his chin, the bitch going to sleep. You understand? But you give him 7, and Bud didn't have no fucking problems with that shit. But now you're dealing with your fucking brother, and he telling you 60-40 or whatever the shit is, but you got a problem with it. See, that's some cooning nigga shit right there. That's what that is. See, that's why. Now you got.
I disagree with him not taking 60-40, coach. I disagree with him not taking 40. I disagree with that. You know, I just think that's what you all are latching on to. I think it's much less, like I said, 70-30. They trying to offer him behind the scenes because that matches up with what Timothy Smith was talking about as far as them presenting the offer to Terence Crawford. That matches up well. The 70-30 low ball offer, that's exactly, you know, what Tim Smith was talking about. It's no 40%. 40%, he cool with that. Like I said, it's the 30%. The 30% is a problem. So you need to get with your people and start a GoFundMe because I hear they broke. I hear they broke over there. So y'all need to start a GoFundMe on y'all little goddamn YTC revolution over here. Start a GoFundMe and raise money for PBC.
But he got a 30% for Amir Khan. Oh, but that's okay. That's okay.
Whole fight though.
No, we ain't gonna fight my ass. But it's okay for a motherfucker who been fucking slapped asleep about 3 times before he even fought Bud. It's okay to give him 30%. Take 30 from him. But it ain't okay to take it from Errol.
Errol Spence don't have no names on his record. He's been knocked out.
And if you win, undisputed. Nothing was on the line. Nothing. But now, if you win, you get undisputed. You the fucking man of the world. If you win, you was fighting for nothing and took 30%. Amir Khan made $7 million on your punk ass, but you ain't have a problem with that. Now you're
See,
dealing with a belt.
look, that's Terence Crawford's business. You know what I'm saying? That's their business. If
Oh,
they did business like that and shorted himself out of some money, that's him. I don't support him any less. My support deals with the physical stature of what he has going on in his boxing career. That's my
that,
main concern.
and I
I
like
don't
that.
really give a fuck
I
about
think
the
he's a
money
great fighter.
and
I
how he
think he's a
fluff his
great fighter.
pillows.
But
I don't really care about
you
how he fluff
fucking
his
your
pillows
business
and shit
up.
with his wealth.
But
I
you
don't care
fucking
about
your
that.
business up. You fucking your business up, and you letting people in your camp fuck your business and your livelihood up, and that shit is cool. I guess that's cool. No, you're not gonna get Errol Spence that way. With these niggas, let me explain to you niggas who not you, Scotty, but the niggas who's doing this shit. You can't force a real man to do nothing by talking shit. A real man will look at you and say, okay, we coming to the table with this. And either you're gonna take it or fuck you. I don't need it. I don't care. We're gonna just put it out there that you the one duck the fucking fight. You did it for Mir Khan. Why he ain't do it for me? So
I
if
mean,
he
it's
does,
been plenty of boxes in history, coach.
so listen to what I'm saying. So he's going to fucking sit here and he's gonna take that fucking money they offer him because right now he's in a bad situation. He don't have no promoter. None of the promoters want to deal with him. They're gonna end up blackballing him out in this shit, right? Until he come to the fucking table or his career is over after this fucking lawsuit. He don't have many options. Errol Spence's career gonna continue to go on, regardless if he took it or not. Errol Smith might, when Bud fucking retire, if he can't get a fight, when whoever dropped that belt or fight for that vacant title, Errol gonna go right back and fucking fight him. You understand? So
it's funny how Mikey Garcia made one of his biggest paychecks coming off a lawsuit.
Y'all, let me get this super chat in real quick. Let me get this super chat. My man Emmanuel H back in that super chat once again. He says, I don't fan out over any being flesh. He says, besides my 10-month-old son and soon-to-be newborn daughter. He said, with that said, I asked a simple question, bro. Nothing more, nothing less. He says, I respect your opinion just like everybody else's opinion. And I think he's talking to you.
I appreciate y'all supporting Keon's channel. Real talk. I appreciate y'all supporting the man's channel for real because I fuck with Keon. I like the content, even though his whole entire panel, 100% of these voices on here was talking crazy ass nonsense today. I appreciate y'all supporting the man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna become Bud fans at the end of the day. Money gonna be a Bud fan all the way to Keon. After he beat Spence ass, all this conversation right here is gonna be a whole lot different. They're gonna be like, we was wrong about Bud. The lawsuit didn't affect him. Man, I can't believe he stopped him in shorter time than Sean Porter. I can't believe that shit.
Emmanuel
I can't believe that shit. And then I'm gonna be here with open arms. I'm gonna say, welcome to the family. I'm gonna say, welcome to the family.
Let me get this.
Open arms. Welcome to the
back
family.
in that super chat. He back in that super chat again. He says, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Bud gonna accept 10 to 15% if he got the Manny Pacquiao fight? He says, I mean, business IQ not the best. He said, inside the ring, he a cold piece. He said the business IQ ain't the best, but inside the ring, he cold. Everybody respect his skills.
He was taking 20% with Manny.
Yeah,
hey, Emmanuel, it's okay, go ahead, man.
I always been a fan of Terence Bud Crawford from the beginning all the way to now. My whole thing is what everybody else talking about, the business aspect of Bud and Bud understanding, right? With the Errol Spence fight, the 40% is, it's worth it, man. It's worth it. That's my only thing. And then with Bomac coming out saying that shit, and then when they get on the sorry y'all, they saying the fucking that ammo alert shit.
That's that Bud alert, goddamn it.
I can't even stop this shit. The motherfucking the business aspect of the shit, and when they still getting all that on that personal shit, bro. Because like we say, we don't be seeing Errol Spence them doing all that personal shit towards their way. It's just the business side of it, bro. Just the business side with Bud. Get that shit in order, and I'm telling y'all, man. And I like Bomac, but Bomac, man, is deep in that man's pockets, bro. And that shit's gonna come out. And if Bud would have went to Al Heyman, right? Al Heyman being the advisor, he gonna open them books up like if they want Bob Earn to open them books up, and they gonna see that Bomac, you know what I'm saying? That boy getting a bigger slice of that pound turns Bud Crawford as they don't know about. And Al was gonna cut all that shit out, and it was gonna cause commotion around that bitch.
Man, he's still doing business with Al with Bob Earn. That's what y'all don't know. Bo Mac still got business
Yeah, he
with
still
Al.
got fighters. He
Of
still
course
got
he
fighters.
does. Of course he
Yeah,
has fighters on there that's from his
that's why.
stable. Of
That's why he
course.
got going. That's why he
So
got.
so he shouldn't be making money. He
That's
should
why he
No,
continue
got
to
going.
make money,
no,
right?
not saying that.
Can I finish?
Man, y'all
That's why.
wanna look,
Can
all
I
of a
finish?
sudden,
Can I
all
finish?
of a sudden
Scotty?
the revolution
Scotty,
should be
Scotty,
Bob Arum, who's been around in the Don King era. All
can
of
I
a
can
sudden,
I
he
finish?
should be absolutely cut off. The man
No,
has been
can
to
I
the darkest of the dark, man.
can I
Shit, we not
He's
finish?
the
saying he should be
grimiest
cut
of the
off.
grimy, y'all.
Bud
Can I
saying he should
finish?
be cut off. Shit, that's Bud going to sue his motherfucking ass.
No, Bud going to sue
Correct.
him, but my manager still do business with him. My manager is talking bad about the other cap over here. Why? Why is you keep talking bad about Al Heyman and them? Bud don't
So
say nothing about
Bud
him.
suing top rank. He should just do away with Bomac making money because he has other fighters in the stable.
No. I'm
Bud
not
Crawford's
saying
not
that.
the trainer. Bomac's the trainer, and
I'm
whoever
not.
else in that camp.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, won't you be neutral? You neutral with Bob. You don't care Bob putting dick in my back. You not saying nothing to Bob.
Bob put meat in him, and guess what he said? Guess what he said? How bad? You know what he said back? Oh, that's just Bob being Bob while he rubbing his old wrinkled balls on your tank, nigga.
Why you think he ain't giving him a set of breasts to suck on there, coach? Why you keep on talking about penises and shit? Why he didn't give him two breasts to suck on, dog?
Though, Scotty, listen to me, Scotty. All right, that's like me dealing with Bob Earn, but my fighter soon. I don't say nothing bad about Bob because I'm still doing business with him. But the motherfuckers who about to give my fighter some money, I am talking mad shit about him.
Not just your fighter.
About him.
Not just your fighter, but your biggest fighter. The man that made you who you is.
Yeah, the guy that made you a millionaire. But
let me ask you this: what would be the best setup for Terence Crawford going over to the PBC for this fight with Errol Spence? Y'all say what? 60-40 and what? A rematch clause?
60-40. Nah, 60-40. If he want a rematch clause, let them get their rematch clause on both sides. Both of them got belts. But 60-40.
Let me get
y'all
this super
seriously
chat
think
in.
Errol Spence can beat, but
let me get this super chat in.
I don't know, Scotty. I don't care.
That can't happen, bro.
Hey, hold on. Let me get the super chat in real quick. My man Emmanuel H back in that super chat. He said, bro, crazy thing is I'm a Bud fan and an ESJ fan. He said, it's very simple to be fans of both and not to tear down one to big up the other. He says, I'm a straight shooter right down the middle, bro. And that's just what it is. But that's just what it is.
But we're not
I'm
hearing
a
that
fan
on
of
this
Bud.
panel, though.
Of course,
you got another super chat.
I'm a fan of Bud too. You know what I'm saying? We all fans of
fair
Bud,
weather
but we
fan,
don't like
goddammit,
how
fair
he
weather
I'm not
fan.
a fair weather fan. I didn't want money off of Bud Crawford, so that's not the truth. And that's not the only
you
thing.
using his
I just
name
don't
to
like
bet
how
on
he
some
moves.
shit.
You got
Just
another super chat.
Oh yeah, my man. What you said, TV? He says, why can't Bud get the same split as Mikey Garcia or Sean Porter? What split
Let me tell
Porter
let me
get?
tell him about the split though.
A fair one.
The split with Mikey Garcia came right because Mikey Garcia fan base is bigger than fucking Terence Bud Crawford. Mikey was coming up, right? Let's keep it real. Mikey was coming up. He was a 4-division world champion. That was the we can say arguably the biggest name, even over Kell Brook. So that was both of their first time going on pay-per-view. And Mikey was still undefeated at the time. And Mikey wanted Terence Bud Crawford as well. But Bud said, I'm going up to 47. With Showtime Sean Porter, what y'all saying is what they got up front was the same. I think it was $2 million both up front. On the back end, it was 60-40 Errol Spence way. So quit saying they got the same. No, he didn't. Sean Porter did not get 50-50 with Errol Spence. Earl got 60-40 on the back end money, man. And those are facts.
And it was for a belt. But you take us telling the truth and seeing how niggas move in Terence Bud Crawford camp, and you take it as we don't like Bud, and that's not it. We just because we speaking facts about Bomac saying what he said, that don't mean I hate Terence Crawford. I wish Terence Crawford the best. And if he beat Earl, my nigga, you the fucking best. You the man. I ain't got no fucking problem with it because I like both fighters. But the way he moving and the way he letting his camp move and speak for him and say things that's gonna hurt his business, his brand, it's no worse than when Bob Arum said Terence Crawford, all the shit about him building a mansion in Beverly Hills. Bo Mac is burning bridges too, knowing that you gotta go see that side of the street.
Hey,
You don't do it. That's all I'm saying, bro.
My man Zenith 360 in that super chat once again. He says, "What if Bo Mac burnt the PVC bridge to control Bud?" Man, say that again. He said, "What if Bo Mac burnt down that PVC bridge to control Bud?"
Man, what's all this bridge burning? Who needs a bridge when you can swim?
You understand?
Bo Mac was talking about fuck PVC before
What's
anybody.
I'm just saying, man. There's not one way to do shit in life. It's not one way. It's more than one way how to do shit in life, man.
But
like all this conspiracy shit now. Now Bo Mac is goddamn plotting against Bud to burn a bridge with PVC. It was never no connection there. They got to come see him, just like Caleb Plant, Canelo. They had to go see Caleb Plant. They had to. They gave all that money to damn Canelo to make that damn fight. Why are they going to just squander this opportunity?
They gave all that money to Caleb
They're not going to squander this opportunity. They're going to make the Spence Crawford fight just like everything else.
But if Bud not budging, then they can't make nothing.
You just can't say Bud ain't budging. If Timothy Smith out here, the mouthpiece for the PBC, the president, he out here saying a different tone. He out here speaking a different language, bro.
Only thing
he said they don't want to insult Bud.
Only thing Timothy said was the truth.
I just can't wait till
should have been. This was Timothy Smith. Timothy Smith said Terence Crawford was not built up to be a pay-per-view star, which is the truth. Just because people speak the truth, that don't mean they hating on Bud. He said, I wouldn't even make him an offer that's going to
He's on the other side of the fence, coach. He's supposed to say that. He's supposed to say that.
Okay, well, it's the truth, Scotty.
Neither Errol Spence ain't no PPV star.
He's not a star. Stop, Scotty. He fucking sold out the fucking
He ain't no star, dog. He didn't sell out what? He sold out what? Did you just say he sold out the AT&T? Did you say that?
No, I said when he fought Ocampo, he sold out the fucking Frisco Stadium.
I was there. The Frisco is like one of my closets. I mean, I could trip and fall.
Stop that, Scotty. I done been there. Stop that.
Coach, what you just said, Coach. What you just said, Coach. What you said?
Frisco hold 15,000 more 15,000 plus.
I was at that fight, man. I mean, it wasn't anything special,
and it was sold out. I was there too, Scotty, and it was sold out.
Key, let me tell you before you get that super chat. Look, what Coach just said when he said that what my man Tim said is the truth about Bud wasn't built up to be a pay-per-view star. Bud said it out of his own mouth. That's what he's suing Bob Arum for, right?
Right.
I'm suing Bob Arum because he didn't make me a pay-per-view star, and that's what he told me. So that's just the facts of the matter, bro. But I still think the fight is going to get made. I
understand what you're saying, Money. He's basically highlighting Errol Spence. You know, Errol Spence is a connect.
No, he's not
because people say
Spence. He's just saying that Bud is
not. He posed to highlight Errol Spence. Errol Spence is fighting.
Look, who else would make Terence Crawford a PPV star?
If he would have signed,
so it linked up to Errol Spence, right?
If he would have signed with the PPC when he left out, his contract,
that's not guaranteed he would have.
That motherfucker would be a superstar right now.
So he should have just went straight to be an IBF mandatory and forget the title and waited in line at PBC like a good little boy until he got a shot.
If he would have went the IBF route or the WBA route, he could have went and fucking fought Sean Porter and fucking won and beat Sean Porter or Errol Spence for the IBF. And when he moved up, he could have went to the WBC and forced Keith Thurman to fight him. He could have did either one of them. I mean, the WBA was Keith Thurman, WBC was Sean Porter. He could have did that instead of re-signing with Bob and going and fight Jeff Horn. He could have did that.
Right. Can I say something? After he beat Gamboa, he had momentum. They should have gave him Pacquiao after that.
Right.
If they gave him Pacquiao after that, that boy would be a superstar. But Bob Arum ain't want to get a $20 million up.
Like I said, Bob.
So what was Gamboa when he fought Bud? What was his record? Did he have losses then?
He had one loss. Nah, he was undefeated.
What was that money?
He won. Bud won in Pacquiao at 140.
I'm talking about when he fought Gamboa. Gamboa had how many losses?
He was undefeated.
So he was undefeated, and they say he still ain't shit.
Well,
I don't give a fuck what
They say Gamboa still ain't shit.
Hold on.
And Emmanuel H. I don't say I'm a Bud and an EJ fan. That's the difference. I never say that.
At that moment,
let me read this. Hey, hold on. Let me read this super chat. And I want to cook on that right there real quick because I let y'all cook. Now, Emmanuel A says, isn't it? He said, isn't it hypocritical of Scotty? He said Scotty saying the panel pro EJ, but he being super pro Bud. Diehard Bud fans, the type to run into a wall and say, excuse me, like it's okay to be logical. Right. He says the Bud badge won't be taken away. He said your Bud badge ain't gonna be taken away, Scotty. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100, Scotty. But so
I don't wear any badges, no Bud badges. You know what I'm saying? None of that. And like I was saying before, I never say I'm an EJ fan and a Bud fan. I never flip-flop like that. I don't sit up here and go heavy against, EJ and then say, you know what? I really fuck with EJ. Real talk. I do. I really fuck with him. No, I don't do that.
I'm a boxing fan, bro. I want to see them fight the best. I'm a boxing fan.
Let me cook on what Scotty said. Hold on. Let me cook on what Scotty said. Zenith 360. Before I do that, Zenith 360 in the super chat, he said Tim Smith said the same thing that's in Bud's lawsuit. Right. He said Tim Smith is saying the same thing that Bud is saying in his lawsuit. But let's go back to the Gamboa thing, right? Now, say what you said again, World Combat, about Gamboa.
I said a lot. Like what? What we talking about?
Okay, you said that basically, you said how many losses did Gamboa have when he fought Bud?
No, I'm just saying they devalue Gamboa's
win.
They
devalue Gamboa's name.
Let me say
they
this.
devalue him when he was undefeated.
Hold on.
They devalue the man.
Hold on. The reason you said that, Scotty, is because we can go down Gamboa's resume. And Gamboa, who the fuck he beat ever? Gamboa came in with a lot of hype from an amateur. Gamboa ain't really did shit in the motherfucking pros. Who he beat? I'm waiting, Scotty. Who did Gamboa ever go on to beat in his career?
That's across the board in boxing, Keon.
I'm asking
inflation
you a
of
question.
records.
Answer the question, Scotty.
Record inflation, box rec inflation.
Answer the question, Scotty.
It's not a question I need to ask because it's across the board.
You want to give him so much credit for Gamboa.
He was undefeated.
Who did Gamboa ever beat? Who he was?
He beat somebody to get that record, like all the couch potatoes.
You don't know
all the ragu sauce.
You don't know who he was because he ain't really never went on to do shit in his career.
But he had a name though.
Okay, so
you had a name.
A lot of fighters have names.
I would say it's about Gamboa. Yeah, Gamboa came over. He was a gold medalist, right? He was buzzing. He was knocking shit out, right?
He beat from the Olympics.
He beat Orlando. He beat Orlando Salido. He beat Orlando Salido. He beat Deli Pasion. Like
Orlando Salido been beat by 20 other motherfuckers.
At that time, wait a minute, man.
Ain't no wait a minute. It ain't no wait a minute.
Who the fuck did he beat?
Orlando Salido been beat by 20 other motherfuckers.
Where at the time when he beat Orlando Salido, Orlando Salido was still fucking tough, bro.
Orlando Salido had 15 losses.
So do we praise fucking O's around here? You just gotta have a fucking O to beat somebody valid.
Motherfucker, he didn't beat
Orlando Salido. He beat Del Ponce, he beat Perez, right? He beat the
same guys that a whole bunch of other fighters beat.
Gamboa was buzzing. He still has
Gamboa ain't never did nothing special in his career. He never did shit special.
Wait, man. And Gamboa was a top shotter, right? He was
nothing. He ain't never beat nobody.
They was going to link him with Mikey Garcia. They was going to link him with.
He didn't fight Mikey Garcia.
I said they was going to fucking link him with Mikey Garcia. They was going to link him. Wait a minute, bro, because you up here talking, bro. At the time, bro, you know how the shit go. When you're a top dog,
I know that he never beat
they gonna link you with the fighters, right? So with Mikey Garcia, with Rocky Martinez at that time. Gamboa was still one of the hottest top commodities, bro.
All of them dudes.
Wait a minute.
He had 10 losses and 2 draws when he beat Salido.
Right?
Salido had lost 10 times already. He had 2 draws.
Wait a minute, bro. And the Terence Crawford fight.
Ain't no wait a minute. It ain't no fucking wait a
minute.
Hey,
okay, bro. Show fucking show. You still gonna let somebody
else wait a minute because I'm talking now. Y'all niggas cooked and I'm cooking now. Like I said, Orlando Salido
answer the goddamn question, bro. So now,
you know what I'm saying?
when you look
He
at
had
Gamboa,
10
bro,
losses already
at the time
and
when
2 draws.
to fight Bud Crawford, bro.
You feel me?
When you looking at the fight
Nigga, you
still
not
was a good
finna
ass fight.
overtalk me.
The
I'm
fight,
talking. You
it
gonna
ain't
wait till I
overtalking
get
your
done talking,
motherfucking
and
ass,
then
man.
you can
It's
have
get
your
the point
turn.
across, bro.
You're not finna just cut
at
me
the
off.
time,
You're not just finna cut me off and overtalk me.
whenever it was fighting,
Straight
bro,
up,
right?
you ain't
It
finna
still
overtalk
was a
me.
good scrap, bro.
So we
It
can
still
go back
was a
and
good
forth. We
scrap.
can do this shit
And
all
when
day.
people
Because Money
was
Brown
looking
on
at the fight
TV
of
ain't
Terence
gonna
Bud Crawford,
overtalk me.
people
Straight
was
up.
nervous in the
I
beginning, bro.
don't give a
When
fuck. You
Gamboa
ain't
was
finna
fighting Terence Bud
overtalk me on
Crawford,
my shit.
the shit was
For
very
real.
competitive,
You are
bro.
not finna
It was
overtalk me
very
on my shit.
competitive, bro. So
Straight
you
up.
can't sit up here
Because
and
what you
discredit
talking
Yuri Yoko's
about ain't
Gamboa.
shit.
It was a hell of
Orlando
a fight.
Salido
Terence Bud
had 10
Crawford gets
losses
all the
and
credit
2
in the
draws.
world for
Rocky
Yuri Yoko's Gamboa,
Martinez
bro.
got his
He
ass
gets
beat
all
by a
the
whole
credit in the
bunch of
world for
fucking
Yuri
other
Yoko's
fighters.
Gamboa.
So
So
Gamboa
you
ain't never
can't
did
sit up
shit.
here and disrespect Gamboa like that, bro.
Straight up.
At the
Now
end
I'm
of
gonna
the day.
finish talking and then you can talk when I get done talking.
Yuri Yoko's Gamboa.
Now, like I said, Gamboa ain't never did. He didn't go on in his career to do shit. Gamboa did not go on in his career to do shit. Now, Gamboa had a big buzz coming into boxing from the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? He had a big buzz coming in boxing from the Olympics. And that's just what it was. You know, other than that, Gamboa didn't go on to do nothing special in his career. So, you know, hey, yeah, I muted him because he ain't gonna overtalk me on my shit. You know, I said he can talk and then I'll talk. You not gonna overtalk me and not let me finish cooking. Nigga ain't even let me finish saying what I was saying. He been talking the whole time. But yeah, Gamboa, if you go down Gamboa's resume, and I'm not gonna take the credit from Terence Crawford because Crawford did what he did. You know what I'm saying? It was a good win for Terence Crawford, but at the end of the day, Gamboa didn't never go on to do nothing special in his career. He didn't. Coach.
He was the favorite in the fight, though.
Who? When he fought Bud? Why was he a favorite? Because didn't nobody know who Bud.
Yeah, let Money back on, man.
Know who Bud was at that point in time.
Yeah, he was the favorite in the fight. Exactly. That was a fight I won about $500 on Bud.
Yeah, because I knew who Bud was, but a lot of people didn't know who Bud was. But if you look, right, if you look at Gamboa's resume, after that, he really never went down. He didn't go on to do nothing in his career.
Okay, we can say the same thing about Kell Brook and Sean Porter, bro.
Kell Brook already had done something when he whooped.
We can see the same thing after he fought Errol Spence. He ain't going to do shit.
World comeback. Kell Brook already
had
done something when he went on to whoop Sean Porter.
Sean Porter, what has he done?
You know what I'm saying?
Lost to the best at the welterweight division. So we can use that narrative on both sides. You want to talk about who he haven't fought? Then guess what? He fought Kell Brook under a year from being damaged goods. What did he do after that title? What did he do after Errol Spence? He went up there to 54, fought 3 fights, kept a winning streak, and then came back down. And y'all say he was trash.
I never
Sean
said.
Porter goes in there, known for losing the big fights. He go in there and do what? Lose against Errol Spence. Then get stopped by Bud. He trash.
Okay,
he trash. Y'all say trash.
I never said that.
Nobody said Sean
y'all
Porter,
busy always putting me with y'all. I'm gonna say y'all
too.
Shit, y'all Errol Spence fan.
Scotty, nobody never said that none of them dudes was trash. I never said that Gamboa was trash. I said that Gamboa never went on in his career to beat nobody special. He never went on in his career to get no big win.
Kell Brook neither.
But when you hear
Kell
people
Brook neither.
say, wait, hold on. But when you hear people say Gamboa is the best win on Terence Crawford's resume before Sean Porter, well, what did Gamboa do? Now, we know Money Brown, right? He'll tell you, oh, anybody that have a regular title, it should be in the motherfucking Hall of Fame and shit. You know what I'm saying? Me and him have had that argument before. He told me that Pedraza was an A-level fighter before. So, you know, I mean, that's just his opinion. When it comes to that, I'm looking to see what did you do in your career. Now, Gamboa, he was cool, but he was a much better amateur than he was a professional, and that's a fact. His buzz was off of what he did in the amateurs coming in a gold medalist, and then he got with 50 Cent, and then he had a big buzz around his name, but he ain't really beat nobody like that. Meoli says he went downhill, and now he's a warm-up for prospects. He said he went downhill, and now he's a warm-up for prospects. And salute to my man in that super chat.
Sean Porter warm up for the top tier the top tier fighters at welterweight. He's a warm up.
Sean
He
Porter
got
is
Kell Brook,
a
lost to
champion.
Kell Brook, lost to Thurman, lost to Dane Spence, and lost to Dan Crawford.
Yep. He
But
beat
yeah,
Dan.
he's supposed to be a great ass fighter, right? He's supposed to be great when it comes to Errol Spence's resume. Who's next?
Well, he's
Who's
great
next?
for Terence
But
Crawford.
y'all don't give a crap about Kell Brook. And I already just sit up here and told y'all about Sean Porter. Who's next on Errol Spence's resume that makes him the greatest?
Nobody said he was the greatest. I never
I'm just
said.
saying, what makes him the greatest? It's just an open-ended question. Like, what makes him the greatest?
Never
Nothing.
said he was the greatest. He even said Bud Crawford is the pound for pound fighter in the world. Errol Spence said that. So he just want to challenge himself and fight him. That's all.
He should say that. But the way I'm hearing all the shit that his camp is saying, hey,
What
bro,
is his camp saying? They don't say shit.
No, I'm just saying, y'all mad at all the trash talking and all the derogatory comments.
We talking about personal shit, Scotty, and we're talking about why go at another brother when you leave Bob Arum alone. Why?
All I've seen on here is other black people go at Bud Crawford on personal shit.
Like what?
Man, it's just been plenty of times they talk about.
No, man, like nothing. Like what? What do we say
they talk about
Bud
just
Crawford?
like y'all was talking. Y'all try to. It was people up here talking about he was fucking other women. You know what I'm saying?
Why
he
we
was
said that, Scotty? How was that built
No.
up?
I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about today. He was having infidelity. He was out there fucking other women. He was up there. You know, you talk about his money as far as Bud taking all, a larger slice of the pie. That's personal shit. That's business shit. That's between
part
him
of
and his
the fight
manager.
game, bro. We talking about that's part of the fight game. I'm talking about
a lot of this is part of the fight game with
out
trash
of
talking.
Jay's camp, out of his personal camp. What has been said about Bud Crawford? Go ahead. I'll wait.
What personal camp? Derrick James? That's the only person that links him to his camp.
No,
that's how he wanted to be.
I'm sure Errol Spence have friends and all of this, but he don't give them
I
their
don't care
idea.
about what Errol Spence has. It's the fact that we're not privy to who he has in his camp besides Derrick James.
We can't keep
saying Yellow Beezy.
Okay, let's say that. Derrick James. Let's say Derrick James. Derrick James is his trainer. Now, have you heard Derrick James come out and say anything bad about Errol Spence? Yes or no?
Derrick James don't say much to the media.
Oh, have you heard Bomac come out and say shit about Errol Spence?
Of course, two different positions, two different men.
Okay.
Two different human beings, man.
He's a drunk. He's a this. He's a that. But you don't hear that. Nothing coming. So you fucking with people who ain't even saying shit about you.
So the man damn near lose his life off an alcohol-related incident, and Bomac comments on that he's a drunk, like that's the first time they heard that. No, the person in Mayweather camp said that. The one over at PBC. Mayweather is at PBC.
Just like we know
that is the one who a mid man in his camp made mention of that. I still remember the day he said it.
But you never heard Derrick James say Bud Crawford is a criminal. They ain't never said that about it.
Because they're not gonna say nothing like that because
they never said that about it, but it's the truth. When he went up in that garage and beat them fucking people up with them cars. But you see, they don't do that because they got more class than that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna I don't talk about these dudes' personal shit. I don't talk about nothing.
I don't either.
With Bud. I don't talk
about shit that's public record.
Y'all
Well, let's talk about public record.
The only shit that I talked about was him making ill-advised decisions, poor decisions for his boxing career outside the ring. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't say nothing about
the fact that he showed up to a fight.
You called the man the drunk, Scotty. What does that have to do with anything?
But
he's going off what he's seen in public. Errol Spence has been drunken in public several times.
Okay,
so talking about when you call him a drunk, what does that have to do with boxing?
Nothing.
It doesn't have anything to do with contending in the ring. All right. But when you are a celebrity, you a well-known name, and people know you like they know Errol Spence, guess what? They're gonna sit up here and say, how can Adrian Broner and Javante be giving advice to you, Errol Spence, when they was the one that was the wild child? And you sitting up here intoxicated, talking about you started boxing in 2015. I mean, he showed up several times in public that was intoxicated. That's all I'm saying. Like you said, it don't have anything to do with boxing. It has a lot to do with the person.
Okay, so now since you say that it jeopardized his pro boxing career, and and all of
His
that.
physical
But
being, his physical
his
being.
physical being, okay. Well, regardless, it's him not being able to fight again. Correct. So
No,
now,
just the way he's performing. He said he could have, had a better training camp or weight cut with the Sean Porter fight because he was ballooned up in weight and being undisciplined, and he made it harder for himself. That type of
and
interference.
he admitted that, and he changed his lifestyle. So now, but you don't say nothing about who affected Bud Crawford's career. You don't say nothing about his career being affected. See, right now, his career is affected like a motherfucker. Right now, his career is affected by dealing with Bob Arum, but y'all don't talk about that. That's amazing to me. Y'all don't
We was just talking about how much guarantee money he gets. So
no, we talking
truly
about
affected to the point he ain't making a dime?
We're talking about Bob Arum specifically not making that man a star, which he deserved to be at this point in his career. The man is 34 years old and then did a whole bunch of shit in boxing, and he's not a superstar. But I don't hear Bud fans talking that shit about with Bob Arum and the way he treated Bud Crawford.
So if he's not a superstar, what criteria do they use to have him ahead of Errol Spence on the pound for pound?
Well, let's see. Because he was undisputed and he's a champion at
that don't mean shit to y'all.
And
That don't mean shit.
That's not true. I never said that. But what I'm saying is this. Bud Crawford is a great fighter, no doubt about it. His skills show in the ring. That's what make him pound for pound in my book, right? So now, I'm not talking about that. You keep on skipping around the question that I just asked you, Scotty. The question I just asked you was, why y'all talk all kind of shit about Errol Spence, but none of y'all talk shit about Bob Arum? That shit is strange to me and weird, bro. Y'all don't sit here and say, you know what? He shouldn't have never signed with this motherfucker. Now it's all coming to light. All the dark shit is coming to light now. Because right now, your partner, the motherfucker that you like, is suing his promoter, right? But y'all
it happens. It happens in boxing. And look, no. It happens in boxing. It happens.
But you don't say nothing about that shit though, Scotty. You don't say nothing about Bob Arum. Y'all scared to talk about Bob. Y'all don't.
No scared.
Let me get to this super chat real quick. Uppercut Boxing Nation. He said Scotty sound hypocritical. He said the same Sean Porter is who they calling the biggest win of Crawford's career. Make it make sense.
I'm making it make sense because when you talk about Errol Spence's resume, they bring up Kell Brooks, Sean Porter. That's why I brought it up. It's nothing hypocritical about it. You just have to listen to the whole live.
My man Zenith 360 in that super chat. My man Zenith 360 in that super chat. He say Bomac said Spence living check to check and tons of other stuff years before the accident. He said Spence team only referenced the fight and how to make it happen. Bud team obsessed with Spence and gossip.
There it is. I just want to know why you ain't never said nothing bad about Bob Arum, bro. That's your boy.
I absolutely have. That's not true. I absolutely have. When I talk about this, it's usually on my channel. I haven't said nothing over on Keon's channel, like that, because it's usually a pro Spence foundation going on here. You know what I'm saying?
It's a pro Spence foundation. What is your channel? It's a pro Bud foundation. You ain't never said nothing against Bud. You ain't never said Bud ever did nothing wrong. Ever.
Yeah, I don't have no reply to that.
What is you?
Joanne Turner, you right. He did make Bud a millionaire. But guess what? He's not a superstar. Bud right now at 34 years old should be making the kind of money Canelo making right now. That's what Bud's supposed to be making if he was promoted, right? Because he deserved it. He deserved to be at that position.
I've criticized Bud Crawford for not being all in on his media, promoting himself, allowing himself to be much more accessible to boxing fans. I've said that before. He didn't want to fuck with the media, and that really hurt him because a lot of people was hearing about how he was moving in boxing, as far as picking up the wins, but they really didn't know who he was. And I think that contributed to him not being a superstar also because he don't fuck with media. You know what I'm saying? Look, Canelo don't really fuck. Look, Canelo really don't fuck with
black media. Don't say that. He don't fuck with black media. That's what he don't fuck with. He don't fuck with
That's
black.
not entirely true. Like that's
Not entirely.
true,
See, you couldn't say that's not true. You said not
no,
entirely.
because when you look at it, it's certain, like majority of the black media out here to speak this boxing on YouTube is black faces for real. It's black faces. We talk about boxing all the time. So
And he don't come on nobody channel.
correct. And also when he's in person, it's not a lot of black media off YouTube that's in person at Bud's fights.
That's not true.
Yeah, he is.
No, I've been to a lot of his fights.
Hey,
I don't see the same media here. I see other people. I see totally other people there. I don't see some of these familiar names at Bud Crawford shows. I don't see it.
World Combat. I have seen Bud Crawford, right? And like I said, I don't have no problem personal with Bud Crawford at all. Like I said, he was cool to me. But I've seen Bud Crawford, right? Personally, I've seen him with my own eyes go right past the black media and wouldn't speak to them, and go right to the white media and laugh and hee ha ha all up in
you talking about who the media that's attached to his promotion that he was signed with at the time, Top Rank?
I'm just talking about media in general.
I like to see who that media is, because most of that, they have a whole team, they have a huge platform, and they linked in with Top Rank.
Fight Hype.
I'm just saying, I've seen him do that with my own eyes. So
Fight Hype, ES News, and all these cats are embedded with these promotions, so they get to move and groove how they see fit. That's a fact. I asked Bud for an interview for several months, and he didn't give it to me. And then he finally gave me an interview. I didn't plea and beg. I just say, hey, you have time for an interview. He said, no, and this, that. And then he finally gave me an interview. But the way he did it was check this out. Every other media that was there, it was like probably 8 to 10 media behind me. And he said, I'm just giving an interview to him, nobody else. That's it.
That's some cat ass shit. That's some cat ass.
It ain't.
Well, I'm pretty sure he knew who you was, because you've been riding for him real strong, World Combat. So he knew who you was by then. You've been riding. I mean, why?
I wasn't nobody special to Bud. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I'm not nobody special to Bud, dog. I just rock with him because
you've been riding with him. Bud knows who you are. We know that, Scotty. I mean, they know who you are. Bomac and Bud know exactly who you are, and they know that you've been riding with them real heavy for a long time, Scotty. So of course he gonna give you a interview. You know what I'm saying? You one of his biggest supporters.
But it's not like I'm sitting up here
Errol Spence ain't gonna give Money Brown an interview if he see him. Of course he gonna give Money Brown an interview. He one of his biggest supporters. The same thing with you and Bud. So I mean, but
like I said, I think Bud hurt his career bit when it comes to self-promotion, because he really didn't mess with the media like that. Even Bob Arum, I mentioned this on my shit. Bob Arum said that they set up interviews, and Bud sometimes didn't show up to interviews and stuff like that and do promotion because he didn't trust the media like that.
I don't agree.
I have mentioned that before.
Okay, let me ask you this, Scotty. How come Vasil Lomachenko ain't got to sit down with the media all the time like that?
Who say he don't?
So I see him. I don't see Vasil giving no interviews.
You don't pay attention to him. I mean, like you don't pay attention
to boxing, bro. That's not true.
I know you do. I'm just saying, like you're not paying attention to Lomachenko.
That Bud got don't have to do it, but your job, I pay you to promote me. That's what I pay you for.
Maybe he was trying to get Terence Crawford to further promote himself for PPV purposes.
He gave a interview to Blue Blood and Champside. Blue Blood and Champside ain't never interviewed. I never seen in Blue Blood. I never seen Blue Blood get an interview with Terence Crawford ever or Champside.
I never seen that.
Now you making stuff up. Now
I never seen that.
I am Ill Will says, has Bud ever did an interview on Scotty's platform? I think that Scotty just recently did an interview with Bud, right?
All this time? God,
just recently.
Oh.
Yeah, just recently.
Wow, that's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up, bro.
First of all, I'm gonna keep it a hundo. I haven't did an interview with Bud on my platform. I interviewed him in person. I talked to him in person. This, that, and the other. And me and Keon has talked behind the scene. Even what Keon told me, I didn't say, did I not, Keon? I didn't say, hey, had him call me. I didn't say any of that. I didn't ask for his number. I didn't tell them, hey man, tell them to hit me on IG. I didn't
Why
say none of
not?
that shit, dog.
Let me ask you that, Scotty. Why not?
Because man, look,
Because you
first
know
of
why,
all,
Scotty? You know why? This is why. Because if Bud would have told you, hell no, this, and that, that was gonna hurt your feelings. That's
no,
why.
it wasn't. That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. That sounds good for laughter. It's good Keon getting a giggle out of it. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is when it comes down to him saying, okay, no, I don't want to do that, I would have respected what his wishes was. Bro, you gotta understand. I ain't no Google eye type of dude like that. I'm not. I didn't tell Keon. I would have told Keon, hey man, make sure you have him hit me on IG. I didn't say any of that shit, dog. I ain't say none of
Andrew
that.
Charles says, why on earth would Bud ever talk to a community that shit on him 24? What you mean a community that shit on him 24?
Exactly, Andrew.
So
Talk your
hold
shit,
on.
Andrew.
Hold on, Andrew Charles. So are you trying to say that the black community shit on Bud? First of all, I can speak for myself. I ain't never said shit about Bud. I didn't talk about how he moves and shit that he say and do, or shit that his camp say and do. I ain't never talked. And Scotty can say this. Have I ever said anything personal about Bud, Scotty?
No, I haven't heard you.
Never said nothing personal about that man. Never talked about if that man got a criminal background or what he do outside the ring. I ain't never talked about nothing like that. I ain't never said that he was a shitty that he wasn't a good fighter, right? I never said nothing bad about him. I said I don't like how he moved. I don't like the shit that his team be saying. But as far as Bud Crawford himself, I've always said, hey, man, he a great fighter. Even if him and Errol Spence do fight, I just said this shit yesterday. If him and Errol Spence fight, and I don't think he gonna beat Errol. I got Errol beating him. I've always had Errol Spence beat him. But if he do beat EJ, hey, I ain't gonna cry about the shit. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be like, hey, we finally got to see who the best fighter was, and props to Bud. Props to Bud. I'm glad that they finally fought. That shit ain't
I mean,
personal.
I'm the same way. I'm going for my fighter. That's the way it is. And ill will, bro. You asked a question, but you need to hold yourself accountable. Has either Bud Crawford or Errol Spence been on your platform? Have they been on your platform? That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna ask, have a fighter been on my platform? Check your catalog and then check my catalog. That's the only thing I can say about that, my brother. Check your catalog and check my catalog. I don't care how many people be tuned into my lives. I don't have to do this every day. But when y'all come up here and ask who been on my platform and stuff, check my catalog, man. See how many fighters I've interviewed. And
But man, we gonna get ready to close it down. We've been on here for almost 3 hours, so we getting ready to shut it down. Let me get y'all last words. Coach just got back in the building. Coach,
Yeah.
let me get your last words before we get ready to get up out of here.
Hey man, it just always fun, bro. Scotty, you a trip, dog. That's all I can say, bro. You bring a lot of comedic laughter to this page, bro. I enjoy when you come on here. I ain't gonna lie, brother. So y'all peace out, bro. I gotta get my wife food together.
Yes, sir.
all right, for sure, Coach. Be safe,
All right,
man.
Sure, Coach. Appreciate you. And Zenith 360, he in that super chat before we get up out of here. He says there is a platform. He says there is a pattern here. Got issues with black media. He said got issues with black media. PBC that's black on 40% from Spence, but no problem with white media taking 30% from Khan and defended Aaron. But he says, but I hate black people. He said, but hate black people. Hate black people. Think he's
No, he's talking about me. And what I said every time I've made a comment, Zenith, when I've said about when I'm doing media with Top Rank, he's saying what hospitality has to do with prejudice and racism. It has a lot to do with how people treat you. You know what I'm saying? Because the real ones, they're gonna treat you like they don't like you from the beginning, from the jump street. I don't know what it is with you trying to refute everything I say. But when it comes to racism, you're not the overall global consensus about racism, who's racist and who aren't. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you say and use your opinion about what you just left. But make no mistake about it, man. It's just your opinion, bro. You can't sit up here and refute everything I say as if you've been in this lifetime and you've been hanging around me and you pretty much know I'm just up here lying. I mean, you yourself seem like you have a personal vendetta. But what I want to say to you, Zena, appreciate the super chats. Appreciate y'all supporting my man Keon because he does put out. He's one of the channels I fuck with, and I appreciate the content he put out. And you know, he pretty much hold his own and stand true to what he believe in, and that's why I always pull up and show support. For those of y'all that's in the chat, man, I don't know what's going on with the personal hate. But man, I just come over here and support Keon, man. If y'all want to drop this man super chats doing the live, that's a plus, man. That's a motherfucking plus. And I'm glad to see you doing better on COVID. Until next time, man. Hey, keep supporting everything boxing and sports. And you know where to find me. Salute to everyone who supported the channel. I'm out. Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute, Scotty. And my man Mioli, he said PBC is white on. Do your research. And I appreciate everybody that came in here showing love. Another great show, very entertaining. And you know, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I wish the best for Bud. I hope that we do get to see Errol Spence in a Bud fight. That's what we all want to see. And this is boxing. Ain't none of this shit personal to me. You know what I'm saying? But if it's fuck me, it's fuck you 2 times. And that's just what it is. You know, that's just how I feel about it. And my man, I am Trill Will. Before we go, he back in that super chat. He says, name one fighter I've interviewed. We are not the same. Grasshopper, all this capping for Bud. You ain't got one interview. All right, man. Y'all going at it, man. Y'all on it today, man. But I appreciate you, Trill Will, everybody that came through the building. Another great show. Like I said, smash on my like button if you ain't hit the like button. Y'all already know what it is. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone. We'll be back tomorrow.